Okay, welcome back, everybody. This is session number 4 of our D&D 5th edition home game. This is called Virlinia 3, Dungeons and Donuts. And last time, our heroes took care of the pepperoni pickpockets hiding out in the Hot Pocket underground lair. And after a small reward and surprised looks from locals at the Kettle of Mussels pub in Paranch, our party checked out the monthly charity preparations with Chef Morgan Wamsey and his team, where poor folks from town could get a free meal of freshly made pizza. So during this Samstag afternoon, Chef Wamsey asked our heroes to find out why his flow of fennel has stopped from the village of Cremini, which is not too far away. In addition, our sorcerer hero Edric's friend Solith has been wondering if Edric can retrieve some of the famous Cremini wheat from the village of Cremini. This wheat is known to make the most delightful and light, crispy batter for a fried chicken donut sandwich recipe that Solith is learning from Chef Wamsey. The next day in the morning, our party is setting off with a cart and donkeys to the village. However, while they were preparing in the main square of Paranch, one of the pepperoni pockets that they had set free and spared had come back to town limping, clothing all in tatters, to warn the party of the curse of the Strigoi, which are a group of demons of unknown quantity alleged to be wreaking havoc in Cremini. So where we pick up, the last thing that happened was our party had seen 3 identical dark bodies fly through the sky, along with this loud and catchy sort of techno music, and those figures were flying toward the village of Cremini. And that is where we're going to start.
Is there any role we can do about the creatures to recognize them, or we have any idea what they could be?
How about an investigation check? So you're looking in the sky, and Edric, why don't you make one too separately? You're both looking in the sky and trying to make sense of what it is that you've seen.
12.
I got a nat 20. Let me see. And plus 2, so 22 to be total.
Edric, because you had just helped Luigi back into the tavern and sent him to take care of the dog, so you had the most interaction recently with Luigi. You picked up the idea from Luigi that he didn't know how many Strigoi they were, but because he knew that they had those some sort of funny hat attached, what you just saw in the sky is very much reminding you of the way Luigi described these things. Based on that nat 20, you're also picking up the idea that something must be dangerous, because Luigi said they only came out at night, and because it's so early in the morning and it's daytime and sunny, that must mean something that you all saw these figures flying across the sky in the daytime.
I thought they only came out at night. What's going on here?
Are those the Strigoi?
I'm assuming they have the funny little hats. Ooh.
From what I remember of the curse, yeah, they should just appear at night. The fact that we're seeing them, and also they're going toward Cremini, not coming from. Okay. Since we are here and Thad is driving us, I wanted just to show you this, and I show you the keys that I got from Luigi the other day, and I'll tell you basically what I spent a few minutes looking into it, and I'm basically telling you that there are 3 keys: a small brass key that is like cabinet or drawer, but nothing particularly clear. But although I do tell you, I think this might be from somewhere around here in Branch. While this other key, and then I show you a fancy key with a carved diamond motif, an L, italic letter L etched in silver, and then a tiny gold painted key for a book or jaw, so very cheap. And I also add, I have no idea where they are from, but this Luigi comes from there, so we might have something that we are interested in. Especially the one, and I show you the journal. Who knows, maybe it's a magic one. I mean, I'm not sure how helpful that would be for you, but I could study that and teach you something.
I'm always down to learn, so...
Are you? That's good. That's very good.
Well, you don't have to sound so surprised when you hear that.
No. Of course, it's just some light teaching. I'm sure you one day you're gonna be a fantastic wizard.
I don't know about wizard, but maybe I'll exceed in something else. We all have our places in life. Me at a university probably isn't going to happen for at least 200 more years. I need to have the frontal lobe develop a little bit more.
Of course. Cheese?
Oh, sure, what kind?
Oh, and probably you just see the face of Aramis like, oh, he asked the question. And they show you a selection of 7 or 8 different kind of cheese. And they start describing very much in detail each one of them, the flavor, the tones, and a little bit too obsessively. But we have to spend some time. You said, Matt, it was a couple of hours? An hour?
It's an hour and a half with the cart, so it's very close.
And so I think just chatting. I'm gonna spend half an hour probably describing every single one of them.
I'll sit there, like Eric sits there and it's just like very intently listening and just like very engrossed in like learning about these cheeses.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah, well, and the other thing while describing this, but I also try to glance the sky just in case we see some other of these creatures, but otherwise, yeah, I don't do anything special. Okay.
So as you're making your way there, Edric is delighted to hear of some of the histories and flavors of the cheeses that you are describing, as well as some of the really unusual combinations of things that you can do with them. Aramis has stories about Gruyere cheese. It's a little bit nutty. It goes really well with savory preparations. Aramis is also talking about ricotta cheese and how ricotta can be used in both savory preparations but also dessert applications. The inspiration of having met Chef Whamsy has kind of filled the atmosphere with a little bit of lightness as the party is quite unsure about the darkness that they might encounter in the village of Cremini. So, the party is currently on this road. Thad is driving the donkeys on this road. Aramis is looking up in the air. Aramis, go ahead and roll a d6 for me. And the party is making their way in the direction of the famous region of the province called the Heinous Swamps. And Cremini is on the outside of the Heinous Swamps.
5.
You don't see anything, Aramis, in the sky, but as the party gets ever closer to a road sign that points in the direction of Cremini, you think you hear very high-pitched screaming noise coming from the direction of Cremini. It sounds like, ah! Ah! Is it human? Is it not? One way to find out.
Okay, so I think that interrupts my dissertation on cheeses, and there, I also spent, I talked not only about the cheese as cheese, but the possible implications with magic, of course. But when I hear that, I would probably say that to slightly slow down, and but I would then start looking around to say, can you hear that? To Edric.
Yeah. I vaguely heard that. Was that coming from above?
Edric, could you roll d6 for me also, please?
Sure. Also 5.
Edric, you clearly heard the same voice. You think it is a male voice, and both of you are hearing the single voice, coming from the direction of Cremini village, and the cart is continuing to move towards Cremini.
It's early in the morning, right? Because I think we left very early. Okay.
Yes. And at this point, the party is only about 10-15 minutes away from Cremini, so you're getting very close to the junction that you know you're supposed to stop at.
I mean, if I don't have any special reason to be worried about that, I know that we're in the swamps, and in general, swamps are not extremely welcome place. So I would just keep it looking around. I would definitely. Oh, by the way, yes, I would definitely cast Mage Armor.
Mage Armor, okay.
Yeah, as reaction, but otherwise, yeah.
It is at this moment that the both of you are noticing a sound coming from underneath the burlap sacks that are in the rear of the cart. The sound is like scratching noises of some kind of creature. Do any of you investigate?
Sure.
Yeah, I ready a dagger, and I go up and start peering into into the burlap sacks, right?
Yes.
All right.
Edric is maybe a little surprised to see that nestled inside the burlap sacks and scratching its way out to announce itself is Bow Wow, the wire terrier that you thought was in the pub. Seems like Bow Wow has somehow made his way onto the cart and is with you.
I go, Alan, what are you doing here? I thought we left you behind. And I give him a little pet behind the ears and a little squishy scratch.
Give me an animal handling check, Edric. As you do this, he's looking up at you and kind of whimpering. He's whimpering and looking up at you, and he's got a happy look on his face.
Okay. 17.
17. You're getting the distinct impression that Bow Wow is a little hungry and thirsty, and is also demonstrating kind of a loyalty, not just to Alfredo, but to everybody in this party, including you.
Okay. I pull out I think I have a water skin.
Mm-hmm.
I pour some water into Bow Wow's mouth. I'm betting he's gonna very sloppily try to lick it up.
That's exactly what happens. And when he finishes drinking the water, he actually tries to lick your fingers as you're fiddling with the water skin.
Do we still have any of that roast rat that we had last session? All right, I rip off a hefty chunk of it and I use Bow Wow.
Yeah. So as Thad is holding onto the reins of the donkeys, he still had some rat meat, some barbecue rat meat. He tosses it in a perfect arc down to where you are, and you feed it to Bow Wow. And Bow Wow once again is like he's salivating, he's eating it up, and he looks very eager to follow you, Edric, and Aramis into whatever it is that you're doing in Cremini.
Do we want... can you talk with animals?
Me? No, I can't. I can only look at them lovingly and hope that they understand. Yeah, can you?
Not exactly my specialty, but listen, he's been following us, not creating issues for the moment. I will... I hope he's gonna have a good relationship with my cat. So let him come with us. Maybe he's gonna find a new friend. Who knows?
Yeah.
I'm not used to the dog.
Aw.
Not sure if it's healthy, but it's cool.
I've never had dogs before, so I don't know, but I've heard of dogs eating cheese.
Yeah.
I think they can.
I think dogs can eat everything if they're starving, but
grapes. You know that one.
Yeah, chocolate too. We don't feed our
that one
dogs.
too.
The cart sort of pulls up to the junction of where Cremini village is, and the group of you see a clearing ahead, a little bit of a natural bridge over a small river path, and you see a 3-foot tall gnome with yellowing blonde hair kind of combed back like a lion's mane. He's got a big bushy yellow mustache. He's wearing a leather armor suit. He's got extremely handsome boots with his socks are pulled up quite high, and both of you can see rainbow stripes on his socks. It looks like he's running away from something, and as Thad pulls the cart to a stop, you can see 2 large green creatures that look like they are expelling something from their necks. They look like they're made of plants or mold, these creatures. They don't have eyes that are dark like other creatures that you've seen. The color of their eyes kind of melt into the vomit green color of their skin. And this man that is running towards you, it looks like he's running away from this pair of creatures. And he shouts at all of you, raises his hand, raises his palm to you with the thumb tucked in, and says, "Strangers! Strangers on Fungo! Help me, please!"
I definitely want to do either nature or arcana check towards those things.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. And that one in nature is not helpful.
Within that one, yeah, you are a little concerned that whatever these creatures are, they could be from another plane, another race of existence that you're unaware of, and you also are a little scared of whatever it is that these things are.
Could be my parents.
Could you both roll for initiative, please?
Sure thing. Let's do
19.
19, wow.
3, because I got in that one.
3. Bow Wow
Where I'm
is with
gonna
you. So let's see what Bow Wow's going to get. So these two green creatures got a 20 and an 11. Bow Wow got a 9. And this short person with the yellow mustache got a 14. Okay, so first to act is this creature. You can see its like tongue is sticking out. It's making these horrible noises like it has some movement. It's gonna like leap with its arms. How far can it get? All the way up to the guy who's running away and slash at him with its claws. Oh, that is a 6 to hit. He's gonna lean forward and try to scratch at this guy with his claws. The guy with the boots and mustache kind of ducks down, kind of leans over as the creature with his claws kind of tries to slash and grab, and he misses. And he doesn't have a bonus action, so he's gonna end his turn there. Which means next to act is Aramis. Aramis, you're standing about 80 feet away from these two green creatures and the short guy, but you have some movement and you can decide what you'd like to do.
So you said 80?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I don't even leave the cart. I point at the monster next to the gnome, and I cast magic missile, which has 120 feet range.
Okay.
So I can do that, and I'm gonna do all 3 missiles against the same creature.
Wow. Okay, let's do it.
So let me see, and I'm casting it as for now as a first level. So it's definitely magic missile. I cast it. So it's 2 damage to the first missile.
Okay.
4 damage with the second, and 4 with 10 points of damages to the creature.
All 3 missiles kind of hone in on different parts of this creature. One lands in its head, one in its neck, and one in its arms. And you see that this creature is grasping and choking as it falls over and dies. This person that it was next to shouts at you, "Oh, Ayuta, help! 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 Are you here to help? Are you here to help? You did it! You got him! You got him! You got him! Get the other one! Get the other one!" And he uses his thumb to point behind. There is one more creature that looks like this. But Aramis, you have successfully knocked out this first horrible-looking creature that you've seen.
Ha! And I don't do movement. Wait, how far is the second one?
The second one, I'm judging maybe 100 feet, about 100 feet.
Okay, so if it is still within the 120 feet, I would stay where I am for now.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do that.
Okay. That's the end of your turn?
Yes, it's the end of my turn.
We're going to say that Thad is taking this turn. Thad normally would want to get in the throes of everything, and he's got his weapons engaged, but he also remembered what happened to the animals last time, is taking some of the damage and falling asleep pretty quickly. So Thad decides to take the animals from the 2 donkeys from the cart that you rode in on, sort of usher them away from the junction so that nobody gets hurt. So for the moment, we see Thad disappear. And in the meantime, little Bow Wow has crept his way forward. He's barking at you. Who's he? He's standing closest to Edric at the moment. He's barking at you, Edric, like, bark, bark, walk, 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 walk. Like, trying to get an indication of what you'd like him to do. He has some movement. He's going to move 10 feet forward diagonal to get closer to the creature. And you can see, even from this distance, he is proudly trying to look like a dog that can scare this other creature. He's barking, as if to scare this creature from 90 feet away. You're not sure if it's working. Actually, hold on.
Intimidation check.
Yes, actually, the creature has to make a wisdom save. Because that's one of Bow Wow's abilities, to see if the little bark actually works. So let's see what happens. Alright, that's a 17. This creature is not at all scared of this little dog barking at him for the moment. But we are going to turn to this creature instead, who is going to... he's going to take 25 feet of movement and stand right next to this gnome that is running towards the group. And again, try to slash at him with its claws. Okay. Let's roll. That's going to be a 16 to hit. That is going to hit. It's going to do 4 points of slashing damage right across this guy's neck. And so he's trying to duck to once again avoid getting struck by this second creature. But this time when he ducks, this creature at an angle crashes down with his arm. And you see bleeding across this poor dude's neck. And he's whimpering in your direction, Aramis and Edric. Oh, help me, help me, help me, help me. You took out one, take this guy out too. This guy now turns around. You can see he has a cane that he's carrying, and he's kind of lifting his cane off the ground and trying to hit this creature in the side with the cane that he is walking with. This guy seems he seems a little defenseless at the moment. Okay, so that's a 15 to hit. That actually hits. He's going to do 3 points of bludgeoning damage against this sort of moldy creature. He's going to kind of like hit it in its side with his wooden cane. You can see this moldy creature is like coughing out these spores coming out of its neck. It's not dead. None of you notice any immediate impact or reaction from this gnome, from the spores coming out of this neck, but that is going to be the end of both of their turns. We're going to finish the round with Edric. Edric, you're standing about, I'd say, 90 feet away from this short guy with the socks and this moldy creature standing next to him.
If I'm about 90 feet, I'm within range for a spell, or a cantrip maybe. Mm-hmm. So I think I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast at him.
Okay.
And he already did. If 10 points took out the last guy, I'm confident. Does a 15?
Should hit though, because the
yes.
gnome did exactly.
A 15 will hit. You can go ahead and roll for damage.
Yay. 6.
Tell us how you strike this creature for 6 points of damage. And with 6, you will murder this creature. So tell us how your spell murders this creature.
Alright, I feel like a different sort of magic pulling within me, and I just let my hands do the motions that I'm so used to, and I just go like this, and like suddenly a bolt erupts from my hands and just strikes him dead in through the chest, and I'm like, oh, okay, I guess that works.
The creature kind of falls over, sputtering, and it's at this moment that the guy with the mustache and socks is racing across this natural bridge toward the tomb. He's kind of like dusting off his leather suit. He sees the little dog that's with you all, and he says, "Strangers!" Holds up his palm again. Strangers! Where are you from? What are you here to do? Can you help me?
Help you with what besides killing the monsters that were trying to murder you?
He kind of fanning himself, and you can see his darting his eyes left and right. They're coming! They're coming behind! There's more of them!
Okay, sir, can you please hide? You don't seem suited for a fight.
He says, yes, I will hide in a moment. Nice to meet you, Unfongo. My name is Felnan Deep Gem. I'm from the village of Cremini. Who are you? What are you doing here?
We're coming to help you with the whatever issue you're having.
Strigoi?
Strigoi! You're coming to save us!
That's our hope.
Yeah.
I pray to Avandra every night for them not to take me, but at this point, it is one of my dying wishes that I am the last one that remains in this village. They're taking us one by one every night.
Who are those things we just killed?
Veggies! Moldies! They're everywhere! I can hear them! Can you hear them? I'm gonna make a perception roll real quick. And if the two of you can make a perception roll as well.
Dirty 20.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, okay. Aramis?
8.
Okay, Edric, you can hear footsteps of multiple creatures coming from about 100 feet east of you, so right off of the screen, but moving towards you and this guy, Felman. On that roll, Edric, you can also hear what sounds like a large circular hoop or disc of some kind, like spinning around loudly in the air. It sounds like a large circular hoop object that is spinning around in the air.
Okay.
Felman doesn't hear that, but he hears the footsteps of the other creatures, and he says to you, 2, 3! Help me! Help me! And he picks up his cane, and he turns the cane to its side, so its pointy side is sticking out, like he's gonna try to stab something.
Okay. I guess I conveyed this information to Aramis, unless Aramis heard the footsteps as well.
So I do look at you and I'm like, okay, are we... since where I am, or next to where I am from the map, can you confirm that it's like a higher place? It does feel like that, so I'm trying to understand if this is a flat or not. Because
it's
not flat.
Yeah, I would say that this map is mostly flat. The terrain here is mostly flat.
I was trying to find a viewpoint that would allow us to see, because I think we have to understand how many people are coming, because it's basically 3 of us fighting.
Yeah.
Aramis, there are people coming from the east. That maybe 2, 3, 4. I don't know for sure, but I also hear this spinning noise. I don't know how to explain it.
I look at the other 2 members of the party, let's say, and I say, okay, I'm not a warrior at all, but what if we go on the other side of the bridge? At least we have more controls. They would not be able to attack us from every side if they want to attack us, but they have to pass on the bridge. We can funnel them there.
When you make this suggestion, Bow Wow the Terrier runs up next to you, Aramis, and is barking. If you can see the halo on the map, he's barking in the direction directly east of where you're standing, Aramis. So the natural bridge that you're talking about to cross the bridge would be going north. Bow Wow is kind of standing at attention, barking, arf, arf, directly east of where you are at the moment.
Yeah, it's where they're coming. So if we go north and they want us, they will need to cross the bridge, so we can funnel them on the bridge. Shall we go north?
I agree. How deep is the river?
You'd probably need to get a little bit closer. Everybody's about 50 feet away from the river. But judging from eyesight, make a nature check, Edric. I can maybe tell you.
12 plus 0, so I got 12.
You're gonna have to get up close to the river to see. You're not quite sure.
Okay. Alright. Well, I agree agree with Aramis that like we should get a better vantage point towards the river.
After Aramis makes the suggestion to move towards the river, and you kind of visually inspect the river, you can now see two more of those kind of moldy, man-sized creatures directly east of you appear within eyesight. They're both kind of like snarling. They're both carrying slings, as well as you can see in their kind of gnarled claws. And Edric, you're the first among everybody in the group to notice about 150 feet away from you diagonally, so northeast of where you're all standing. You see a very large gold-ribbed dinner plate that is rotating in the air, spinning. And as it's spinning, it is expelling what looks to be like brown dust spores all around it. And as this like heavy circular disc appears behind the river in the distance, you also see two larger sized green creatures. One is very close to the spinning disc, and the other one is about 20 feet away from the two smaller creatures that have now appeared to your east. That have now appeared directly east from you. I'm gonna roll for initiative for them, and we will continue with the turn order. So give me one moment, please. Let's see what happens. Okay, you are not gonna like this. There's a lot of high numbers here. 22, 21. Okay, let's see what happens. Turn order here. All right. So all of you are now within visual distance of seeing this large spinning object in the air, and these now four moldy creatures step forward. Two are small, and two are much larger, and they are also carrying large slings. So the first creature to now act is one of the smaller moldy creatures that is east from where you're currently standing. He's going to move forward out of the bushes 10 feet and use its sling to aim at Aramis. It's going to be a nat 3 to hit, so it's going to miss. It's going to take the remainder of its movement to hide behind one of the trees on the screen, so it's now going to have half cover behind those trees, and that's the end of its turn. You are all now going to see another moldy creature move forward 10 feet within striking distance of Aramis with its sling, and it too is going to hold a rock, pull it back. It's going to be an 18 to hit.
Against me?
Against Aramis.
Okay, as a reaction, I do the shield spell, which brings my armor to 20.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so Aramis is taking a nice little reaction there. As you cast this shield spell, the rock that was aimed right at your neck kind of plops to the ground in front of you. You can see this creature is surprised by this, like, and it's going to use the remainder of its movement to walk back 10 feet and get half cover by hiding behind this tree. Okay, so Aramis, it's now your turn. One of these creatures is completely visible to where you are. One of the larger creatures is visible, as is the other large creature that is also beyond the river. You see the spinning disc in the air, and the two smaller creatures are now hidden with half cover behind trees. So, what would you like to do, Aramis?
At first, I'd like to try to see if I can understand what the other two creatures are, both the light, but also the other two creatures.
Give me either a nature check, or perception.
I think it's the same. So let's go with nature.
Okay.
9.
On a 9, you can tell that they are plant-based or plant-like creatures. Can't tell much more than that until you try again or get a little closer.
Okay, so I don't know them. So what I would do is, however, so the magic missile follows those. So I'm actually going to use the magic missile against all these three creatures. So the two that are partially hidden, I don't care because it's not. I didn't actually roll.
That's right.
And then the other one, and I'm gonna cast it as a second level spell.
Oh boy. Okay. Oh boy.
Which doesn't change. It's just that I have. Oh yes, spell creates one more dart, so I would have 4 missiles. So I'm gonna do 1, 1, and 2 on the one that I'm not familiar with.
Okay, the larger size one that you're not familiar with.
Yeah. So the first one is gonna be with the bottom one. It's gonna be 3 points of damage.
Okay.
And then the second one, 3 points of damage. And the other guy gets 3 plus 3. I like 3 only. So it's 3, 3, 6 points of force damage.
All 3 of these creatures, as they are hit by your magic missiles, are like writhing in damage and like choking as spores kind of get coughed out of their mouth. Velnan, who's next to you, says, They're monsters. They're plant monsters. They're moldies. And he's like, Feldon is kind of looking at himself, looking for something that he is a ranged weapon. Does not look like he currently has a ranged weapon. Aramis, you still have a bonus action or movement if you'd like to take it.
I'm gonna do a movement to hide behind the tree.
Okay, so you also now have half cover. Ooh, big armor class on this guy at the moment. Alright, next to act is this larger sized thorny creature who's totally visible at the moment. It is going to move forward 10 feet. So all of you on the map, you might see this burnt out campfire on the map. It's going to stand next to that, and the closest target it can see, I think, is either Edric or Bow Wow. Let's roll a die to determine.
Don't touch the dog.
Let's roll a die to determine. Oh! Bow Wow, on a 23, gets struck by a sling from this thorny creature, takes 4 points of bludgeoning damage. Bow Wow kind of like bowls over in pain, not far from where all 3 of the humanoids are standing. If Alfredo was here, I feel like Alfredo would shed a tear, possibly. But Bow Wow is really hurt, everybody, at the moment. This thorny creature is now going to... Okay, so I see where Edric is. This thorny creature is actually going to move forward 5 feet so that Edric can't not see him directly because he's hiding behind a tree. Felon is the only character that could maybe see him directly. But Felon does not have a ranged weapon. However, it's going to end its turn there. Next to act is the other large plant creature. You can see that the way he's kind of like chanting a little bit. His gaze quickly looks over at the large spinning disc, and then it moves its eyes toward the creature that it can see closest to him, which at this point is now Edric. So, this creature is across the river, sees Edric, pull back a sling, and see if it can strike Edric with an attack. 7 to hit. That is gonna miss! Edric, you duck. The rock flies right over your head and lands in the trees behind you. This thing is then gonna move back 20 feet to now be standing fully behind this large rotating disc. So, again, we'll call it half cover. So maybe you can see his very top of his head and his legs, but you can't see the main part of his body. That's the end of its turn. Next to act is Bow Wow. Bow Wow is really upset. The closest human he recognizes is Aramis. So Bow Wow is going to run next to Aramis, but is not obscured by the tree. And Bow Wow is going to bark at this large plant creature that's about 50 feet away from Edric. So this creature actually has to make a wisdom save against Bow Wow. Let's see what happens. Oh, a 6 is gonna Okay, wait a minute. Something is gonna happen. Okay, all of you can see that this... You can make out that this creature that's hiding, it's letting out a scream to indicate that it is scared of Bow Wow. Bow Wow feels very proud of himself for whatever it is that he has done, and he's going to end its turn kind of barking and sitting and looking around next to Aramis. Next to act is Felnin. Felnin is going to shout at these... He's going to point at these guys and kind of rub at his head like, they are strangers. They're not from here. What? I can't... Are they with the Strigoi or not? He also ducks and moves 20 feet behind to be half obscured by the trees, so he's standing about 15 feet away from Aramis and Bow Wow. He doesn't have a ranged weapon, so as he's running back, he looks to Aramis and says, Fella, do you have something I can use? That's the end of his turn. Edric! A lot of stuff happening. What would you like to do?
A lot of stuff happening for sure. For now, I'm going to focus on the enemies that are near us. So if I move, let's see, 30 feet to right here.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, do you guys all see it right there?
Yep.
Right. Will I have you on this guy or not?
You will.
Alright, well, I'm gonna do something maybe a little stupid, and I'm gonna, let's see, there's a big carry this. I'm gonna move up. My spells real quick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wait, they're plants.
They're plant-like creatures. Two of them you have direct shots at. There's a third one in the southeast corner of the map that is currently behind, has half cover, and the one near the spinning disc also has half cover. But there are two that you can directly see.
Alright, I'm gonna try Firebolt and see if fire against plant does anything.
Okay.
Let's roll to hit. And I roll to hit the one that's directly a little bit, yeah, right there.
Close to you? Go for it.
Alright, does a 22 hit?
It does.
I'm glad.
After you roll for damage, make a nature check or perception check.
Okay. Alright, I hit for 7 points of damage.
Woohoo! Okay.
And then make another, what
nature or perception?
Alright, I'm gonna do perception because I have a +3 to that.
Okay.
And that's gonna be a 17.
Okay, tell us how and where you hit this creature, and I'll give you some more info.
I do a more familiar gesture with my hands, and I just go, like with my fingers, and a firebolt erupts from it and hits him square in the chest. And I just hope to God that, since he's a plant, he takes a little bit of more damage because of that.
Yes! Okay, so with your 17, and because of how close you are, Edric, you notice, after you strike this creature with fire, it is the only creature that has been struck this round to not regenerate. So, the two other creatures that Aramis hit with Magic Missile, you can see their wounds have been, filled in with plant matter within a matter of seconds. And it's like their bodies look identical to how they did before they were struck by Aramis's bullets.
Well, that sucks, but at least we figured out something.
We did, and you still have a bonus action. You might have some more movement as well before the end of your turn.
I don't have any more movement.
Okay.
30 of that. But let me see my bonus action. I do have bonus actions. I am going to bonus action. Alright, I will... Oh, I don't know, these guys seem like they might be resistant to that or something. For shits and giggles, I'll cast Hex on this.
Okay, the same one?
Yes,
Oh.
same one.
Is it a bonus action? Can you cast 2 spells in the same turn?
Well, Hex is a bonus action, and
Oh!
I just used the cantrip, so I'm going to...
Nice!
That's my mom's calling me. I'll get to her later in a second.
That's a good Hex background music.
Yeah. Yeah, I mutter a curse, some curse words under my breath, and I point towards this plant matter, and I hex their dexterity.
Okay. Does it need to make a save?
I don't think
It's like
so.
necrotic damage. Okay.
Place a curse on a creature you can see within range until the spell damage you deal 1d6 necrotic damage. Choose one ability class with the spell. The target has disadvantage on ability checks made with the chosen ability.
Ooh, and it
If the
takes
target
additional... Okay. Okay, and it takes additional necrotic damage every... But when you hit it with an attack roll. Okay, okay. So it is now hexed.
Yes, and if the target drops to 0 hit points before the spell ends, you can take a bonus action on a later turn to curse a new creature where I don't have to recast the spell. Yay. That's my turn.
Alright.
Do it.
So this larger kind of spiny, plant, thorny creature looks scared of both you, Edric, and scared of Bow Wow. It is not regenerating its wounds in the same manner that its 2 allies are on the southern part of the board. We're now going to turn to the start of the next round. First to act is this moldy creature that Aramis once hit. Oh, it can see Edric. It's gonna move over 15 feet to get very close to the campfire. It's got a direct shot at Edric. It's gonna shoot a sling at Edric. 9 to hit, will miss, and then use the remainder of its movement to go behind this tree and get half cover so Edric cannot strike. That is going to be the end of its turn. Next to act is this other plant creature that Aramis once hit. It's going to move forward 10 feet so it can now see Edric and also shoot a rock at you with its sling. And that's going to be a 22 to hit.
That hits.
It's going to do 4 points of bludgeoning damage. It's kind of cackling at you with a plant-like voice. And then move back 10 feet to hide behind a tree once again. That is the end of its turn. So that was 4 points of bludgeoning. Okay, next to act, we have our hero, Aramis.
Oh boy. Okay, first things first. Can I do a perception check? I want to base me on... Because I technically don't know this story of the fire. And
Yes.
So I would like to understand if I can see...
Yes, make a perception or nature check.
Okay. Let's try perception.
Okay.
I need a 12.
On a 12, Aramis would be able to identify that these are plant-like creatures called pygmies or vegapygmies. They are known to have the property of like expelling mold from its body and often regenerating unless getting targeted with the right kind of damage.
Okay. Now the problem is I don't have anything with fire.
Maybe that firebolt would have come handy.
For once! Stupid fire. Okay, so let me see.
You might want to try something else then.
I am trying something else. These are plants. They shouldn't be particularly smart. So what I'm gonna do is the following. So first of all, I'm gonna move 30 feet to basically go behind this other tree. And I would like to cast the cantrip against the only creature that's been hurt so far.
Okay.
And the spell is called Mind Sliver.
Okay.
So it makes damage, but the creature has a saving throw.
Okay.
Has to do an intelligence saving throw or take 1d6 psych damage.
Give it some psychic damage. It got a 5 total.
Okay, so he lost it. So I gotta do the damage, which is a beautiful 1.
Okay, so even with a 1 damage, both of you that are on that side of the river can notice when he gets hit for this 1 point of damage, that spinning disc that you see across the river, it looks like it also took some kind of damage. So that's interesting, because that didn't happen before.
And also, as part of the spell, his next saving throw, he has a -2 before the end of next throw.
Okay. So, so this guy is frightened of Bow Wow. He's been hexed, and he has a -2 on his next roll. Got it.
Beautiful. And I'm still behind the tree, so I think I'm gonna stay there.
Yeah.
And I look at the gnome and say, only no weapon, regular weapon, can hurt them. Stay hidden, I guess.
Huh.
You too, Bow Wow. Just hide.
Bark! Bark! Bark!
He understands me. I don't know. And that's it.
Next to act is this thorny creature that has been hexed. He has been frightened of Bow Wow. He's gonna step forward 5 feet, stand next to the old campfire, and even though he's at disadvantage, he's still going to try to use a sling to hit Edric. So let's see what happens. Okay, at disadvantage, that's a 2 to hit. That rocket's gonna go through the air. Edric just kind of like whiffs it off his shoulder, does not do any kind of damage. You can see that this creature is like cackling and confused. And then takes another 5 feet to stand behind the tree to get half cover. How long does this Mind Sliver last?
No, it gets the damage, and it's the penalty to the throw is until my next throw.
Okay. It's gonna stay there then. That's gonna be the end of its turn. The next to act, we see this other thorny creature that is across the river and currently hiding behind this spinning object in the air. He's gonna move forward 10 feet so we can get a shot. Oh wait. Yeah, I can get a shot at Edric. I don't think Edric is hiding behind the trees. Here comes a sling attack at... Yes, I can see. Here comes a sling attack at Edric. That is going to be a 16 to hit.
That would hit.
Edric, take 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Right.
This creature then makes its way back, hiding. It's going to kind of do a dance with its arms moving like back and forth. And you can see the other large thorny creature that has been hexed and everything is doing the same kind of dance. So they're like dancing in choreography with one another. And that thorny creature is going to end its turn hiding behind the large spinning disc that's gold-plated. That's the end of its turn.
Matt?
Yes.
I just wanted to point out something because I was a little bit perplexed about the distance. So I checked the sling, and from what I can see, the range is 30. Above that, until 120 has disadvantage.
Has disadvantage?
Yeah, I mean it can do up to 120 feet, but it would go with.
But it's disadvantage with the 120.
Up to 20, yes. So nothing until 30, and then between 30 and 120 has disadvantage. I don't know if it helps.
So okay, let me double check this dude here. Yeah, so he would have to roll a second time to see if it hits.
Yeah.
Let's do it. 12 on Edric.
I don't think I equipped my leather armor beforehand, and I don't know what was going on with that, so yes, a 12 does hit.
Okay, so either one would have hit, so, okay. Alright, but thanks for correcting, yes, because that guy is quite far from everybody. That's the end of his turn. It's now Bow Wow's turn to act. Bow Wow, see, both of his friends have left him for the moment. So he's gonna follow Aramis. He's now fully visible to all the enemies, pretty much.
Oh.
and he's gonna bark at the creature in the southeast corner of the map. Bark, 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 bark. And that creature is gonna make a wisdom save of 3. All of you will notice that this creature looks frightened of Bow Wow for the moment. That's the end of Bow Wow's turn. For now. Next to act is this guy with the mustache. He steps out 5 feet. He doesn't have a ranged weapon. And he's shouting at Aramis. You can see Aramis. Ayutame, help me! Help me! What can I do? Tell me what I can do!
Do you have fire?
No!
Then hide.
I can... And he has a cantrip. He moves his fingers like this in the air, kind of like his fingers are dancing. And Aramis, all your clothes all of a sudden look sparkling new, and they smell really good in this moment. Did I help?
Sir, please.
Oh! At least I tried something! And he ducks back and hides behind the tree again. No. Edric, you're next to act this round.
Wait a second, hold up. I turned to the gnome and I said, does the gnome have, before I do anything, does the gnome have vision on this campfire?
He would have, yes.
Alright, can I instruct the gnome, can I yell across and I go, can you light this campfire? That might scare them.
I can do it in 6 seconds!
Okay, we'll get there. And then am I still able to make a attack
yes,
roll?
Yes, you can still make an attack, you can still take movement. Great idea.
I'm gonna attack the guy who's hexed. Let's hope. Big numbers, big numbers. That is a 16.
16 is gonna hit!
For fire bolts, and now I will switch to that. Let's go for the tie-dye D10. Just for fun. Get lucky. 4 points of damage, plus, well, let me roll 1d6 for the hex.
Okay.
Plus 1 necrotic damage, so 4 fire damage plus 1 necrotic.
Okay. Could you make a nature or perception check again, Edric?
Sure thing. I'll do perception since I do it. You're right, yes I do. Yeah, okay. Making sure about that. Okay, 11.
So within 11, you're gonna notice 2 things. One, when you do this, both of your hits, the fire damage and the necrotic damage, both of those hits, when they happen, you see that spinning disc. It looks like it's also getting simultaneously hit by bullets that you can't see. So it looks like it's getting hurt or harmed or turned in some way when you hit this larger thorny creature. Okay? Second thing that you notice is that the wound of that necrotic damage does not seem to be healing in the manner that you would predict it would.
Okay, I'll keep with it. And now I'm going to use some movement to hide.
Yep.
Let's see.
Why? It's screaming at you.
I go right here.
Yeah,
go right here.
That give you half cover. Yep.
Okay, I will be right there.
Alright, that is the end of the round. We're moving on to round 3, and this moldy creature, the little shorter creature, is going to step out of the way so it can get a direct... Oh man, actually, you're hiding it, Drake. He's gonna have to make himself visible.
Oh, darn.
Okay, he has enough movement to get here. So he's gonna move forward 25 feet and try to hit Edric with a sling. Let's see what happens. That is a 9 to hit. It is going to miss. This creature hasn't been hit at all, so other than you got hit by Aramis earlier, but those wounds healed. It does not have any other actions, so it's going to end its turn there. So it's fairly visible to all of you at home. Next to act is this other moldy creature that's in the southeast corner of the map. It can see Edric straight on, and it is also going to fling a rock using a sling at Edric. And that is going to be a 16 to hit. Edric, four more points of bludgeoning damage.
You know what? 4 more points is a lot. Can I put up shield?
Yes, you can.
Alright, let me go put that on my personal spells. So I'm going to do that, and now I have... Alright. Plus 5 bonus to AC, so let me adjust that.
Wow, plus 5. Well, this shield spell is a good one.
Yeah.
And as you cast this shield, this rock that was aimed right at your side just drops off onto the ground. Next to you, this moldy creature kind of spits back and moves away 5 feet, so it too now gets half cover, hiding behind a tree. That's the end of its turn. Next to act is our wizard Aramis.
Oh boy.
Aramis, you're 10 feet away diagonally from one of the moldy creatures.
How lovely they are. So, where do I go again? I'm trying to understand exactly. Okay, so because you're using fire, I think I'm gonna go with a wings spell. With 10 feet, so in a way that basically to hit both the one on top.
Okay.
So right in the center. So it's like a round that touches both of them.
So both these two?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
I think you can do that because the radius is large enough.
It's 10 feet. So I think that is exactly...
No, 10
right?
feet. No, so each square is 5 feet of distance. They're 20. Yeah, they're 20 feet away from each other.
Let me see if it's I think it's the radius.
Oh, it's a radius.
Where your greens? Yeah.
It's a 10-foot square.
Oh, it's a square.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think you can get both of them, but you can get one of them.
Okay. Yeah, no, at that point I go back to the guy that I hit before with another mind sliver.
Oh! Okay, does he need to make a save?
Yes, but this time he has to pass 15.
Yeah, because of the penalty. Let's see. 6 to hit. 6 to save. It fails.
It fails, and he gets not that much damage, but it's just one again.
Okay.
I'm very lucky with this one, but it has a -4 on the next round.
-4 from the mind sliver. Wow. And he's hexed. Okay. So he takes that hit of damage, and when he gets hurt, you also you all can notice that spinning disc. It looks like it is getting hurt somehow. Also, like it's shaking when this thorny creature gets struck by that 1 point of damage.
Fantastic. And because I'm still hiding, I stay hidden.
Okay.
Hidden there.
All right. Next act is the thorny creature you just hit. It is going to emerge from its spot and cross this little bit of lake water. So it still has more movement. It's going to go all the way up to Edric and use a melee attack of its claws to slash at Edric's face. Let's see what happens. Yeah, 22 to hit.
Alright, that definitely gets past my 17.
Yes, even with your shield, that does 5 points of slashing damage. Right across your face. It's leaving a mark right across your left cheek. It's going to end its turn there. Okay, next to act is the creature that is across the river. It is going to emerge and move forward 10 feet. Alright, I need to use my ruler to see how far he is from Edric.
Edric, you are
60 feet away. 65 feet away. Alright. Time to take out the sling. 22 again to hit.
But it's disadvantage, right?
Oh, but a disadvantage. Oh, let me roll second time. Second roll is a 13
Yeah, I'm saved.
Saved by the shield. Alright, this guy is then gonna move behind its shield. And when he's doing it, he's gonna do that dance, moving his arms and legs in and out, and the other creature that's close to you is also moving its arms in and out. It's like they're doing this choreography at the same time. That is the end of that guy's turn. Bow Wow is next to act. Bow Wow is going to... He sees his friend Aramis 10 feet away. He's going to walk right up to Aramis.
Hello.
Look at Aramis. And then he sees this creature that looks like he's trying to hurt Edric. So he's going to move forward another 10 feet and bark at that creature. So he's 10 feet away now from that creature. The creature has to make a wisdom save. And succeeds on the save. That was gonna bark. It has no effect on this creature that's standing next to you, Edric. That's the end of his turn. This guy with the mustache says, "Did somebody ask for fire?"
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Alright.
A little late because they're far away from that, but you know what? Can't hurt.
He's gonna wiggle his hands in the air, and this former campfire is now engorged in flame, but there are no enemies around it. So you see, like, they barely look at it, and they... actually, not true. They all look at it and see that they are standing 30 feet away from it, and you can see that they are not interested in getting closer to that fire at the moment. Felman then looks at Aramis and Edric and says, "I'm just trying to help. Did that help?"
Sort of.
We'll see.
I'm gonna hide. And he retreats to his corner of the map. Last to act this round, our friend Edric. What would you like to do, Edric? You're standing right next to a thorned creature.
Well, I'm gonna attempt to touch this creature and cast Chill Touch. Let's see.
Okay.
That's ranges melee.
Okay.
Alright. Does a 7 hit?
7 misses.
Yeah, I thought so.
You reach out and touch, and you see that this creature's like thorny vines forming his torso are a little too scary, and you push your arm back. It does not seem to have any effect.
Alright, yeah, that's all I got. Because I can't move unless I want to get hit. So, yeah, I'll stay there.
Edric momentarily considers the pros and cons of running away, which would provoke an opportunity attack, and decides not to run away. Alright, so the end of this round. Back at the beginning of this round, you now see these smaller creatures are dancing in choreography with the larger creatures. So these 4 plant creatures are doing this, like, it looks like kind of jumping jacks in place as this big spinning disc continues to spit out spores from the center of it. So, this moldy creature is very close to Aramis. It's going to move forward 15 feet. It's now within melee range. It's going to strike Aramis with a claw. That is a 11 to hit. I think that is going to miss. 11's not too bad. It's going to move forward another 5 feet to stand to the left of Aramis and end its turn there. Next to act is this moldy creature hiding behind a tree. He's going to emerge by moving forward 10 feet. He has a direct line at Bow Wow and Edric. Let's see who he aims at. That's a 21 on Edric hit.
Yes, it does.
4 points of bludgeoning damage on Edric.
Oh boy.
Ooh. That one was barking at you, Edric, like, oh. Like, he sees that you're hurt and doesn't like this. This moldy creature is going to move back 5 feet and hide, get some half cover behind the trees. That's the end of its turn. Aramis, you are next to act.
That's nice. A little bit in a pickle. So the first thing I do is I need to get away from this guy. 30 feet. Okay, so I'm gonna move towards the trees, like here. I create an opportunity attack.
Oh, you do? And
yes,
he's gonna reach.
But, I steal your action with my portent, and I give you a 10.
No! That's so bad. I rolled a 21.
Yeah. It's my So in game, I basically move and I'm like, I know where you're going to attack. You smell of brie. And I basically, like Aramis moves as if he knows where the creature is attacking, and he keeps going.
Whoa, very good.
And now, though, I don't have much to attack you, but I am gonna do another. I have to get rid of the guy that is already hurt. So again, I'm gonna try to hit the one next to Edric.
Yes. Okay.
The last thing I want is Edric to die.
Yes.
But I'm gonna try another mind sliver. That's the only thing I can actually do. So you have to roll, and you saving throw intelligence 15.
A 2.
Okay, let me see if I can do more than one. Okay, 5 points of damage.
Okay, it's at this moment you can see it's racking its head in pain. Edric, you're so close to it. You can see the way it's choking. It is almost dead, but not quite. One more hit would take it out.
And because the point is I'm hiding at least from the guy that is next to the blade.
Yes.
So I'm gonna I've done the movement, I've done my action, and I'm done.
As you end your position there, Felnin shouts at you, "Make a fire!"
You just made fire.
I know, I'm helping, right?
I have an interesting movement.
The creature that is almost dead, it still has a little bit of energy left, standing right next to Edric. It's gonna swipe at Edric with its claw.
Alright. Well, I have, let's see.
You better tell me, because it was a nat 20.
Yeah, okay, never mind. The shield will not save me.
No, because the total would be 25 to hit.
Oh my god.
And that's gonna do 5 points of slashing damage.
Alright, I'm done. I'm down.
Edric is down! Bow Wow's barking. Oh, Edric! Oh. This thing is gurgling proudly next to you. And all 4 of them, you can see are doing that like jumping jack choreographed dancing movement. Let's hope you don't get hit again while you're down. The next to act is this thorny creature that's hiding behind the spinning disc. He's gonna step forward 10 feet. Can he get Aramis? No, maybe even at disadvantage. Oh, I drew a line. Okay, even at disadvantage, he's gonna try to hit Aramis. Oh no, and that one, that is gonna miss. The rock lands inside the tree somewhere. Aramis does not even see it. It's gonna end its turn by hiding behind the spinning disc. And next to act is Bow Wow. Bow Wow looks around for some way to help Edric. So I'm gonna roll a wisdom thing to see if Bow Wow might know something. Nope. Bow Wow is so confused and afraid in this moment. His only nature is to try to provide Edric some comfort by moving 5 feet closer.
Aww.
Felnin, the gnome, looks out, sees what's going on, and says, "Oh my goodness, these bones! These bones! I think I know who this was!" And he's scared of this pile of bones that he sees in front of him. And you might have seen this too, walking into this area. He calls out to Aramis and says, "Can I help? Can I help? What can I do?"
Almost at this point. Can you heal?
No! Maybe I could push that creature away from your friend.
Can you hurt the creature?
With my cane! And he shows his cane.
Well, you're gonna die, but better you than Edric. So, yeah, please, go fighting them.
He moves forward 25 feet. He can't quite hit this moldy creature in front of him, but that's all his movement. He's trying to be very brave in this moment. That's the end of his turn. Edric, it is on you. I believe you should make a death saving throw.
This is the first time I'm ever doing this. I'm excited. 6. Fail.
One fail. One fail. Only we could heal Edric.
I do look towards where Thad is looking for mushrooms.
Where's that?
It's been the bad one that's looking to mushrooms from daring something. Just one thing, I guess.
The creature that is closest to Felnin is going to walk forward 10 feet and strike with its claw at Felnin's neck. That is going to be a 14 is enough to hit this little gnome for 5 points of slashing damage. Felnin is really hurt. Aramis, you can see he's bleeding, and he says, "Don't worry, I'll find a way to help your friend. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me."
Okay, these heroes have issues.
This moldy creature is going to end its turn there. The next moldy creature is going to move forward 5 feet. It has a direct shot at Bow Wow. It's going to take a hit. A 9 is not enough.
I hope so.
Bow Wow's still alive. That's the end of his turn. Aramis, what would you like to do?
Scream and despair.
You could help your friend. You have enough distance, I think.
To help him next to the guy that is that will kill me, and after that, doesn't sound like a cool idea, but that is your distance.
Kill the guy next to me.
You can heal Bow Wow.
I love your optimism. So yeah, I would definitely do another mind sliver with this guy.
Okay. Let's make a save.
Again.
Okay.
The save intelligence 15.
Oh. 15.
Well, so yeah, he passes.
Yeah.
So I don't do any damage to that guy.
He's doing that dance again, the choreographed dance. Felnin shouts at you. What about a fire?
I think this guy is an idiot, so I just stopped talking with him. But I do move just between above trees.
Okay.
Like here, so I'm much closer to the fireplace. Like
Okay.
the fire.
Okay.
It's there, but that's the only thing I can do at the moment.
Okay. Next to act is a thorny creature next to Edric. He has just a couple of hit points left. Bow Wow is still alive. He's going to strike at Bow Wow. Oh! And he dodges the strike. It was a 9 to hit. Dodges the strike. Bow Wow is still alive. This creature is going to end its turn, standing next to Edric and Bow Wow. Next to act is the thorny creature that's currently behind the spinning disc. It's going to emerge from behind the spinning disc. It sees Aramis. It's going to fling a rock with a sling at Aramis at disadvantage. But even with disadvantage, there's a 19 hit.
19, yes.
Okay,
19
that will do 4 points of bludgeoning damage on Aramis.
Ouch.
Alright.
It's okay, we just...
And then he's gonna hide behind the spinning disc. Next to act is Bow Wow. What can Bow Wow do but bite this spiny creature next to Edric and try to kill it so that Edric can live. Let's see what Bow Wow does. It's a 9 to hit. Bow Wow tries to bite this creature in its legs. He misses, but he tried so hard. He was a good dog, and he's gonna end his turn there. Felnin is currently next to one of the moldy creatures. The only thing he can do is try to poke it with his cane. So that's what he's going to do, and he gets. 15 will hit. 15 will hit and do 3 points of bludgeoning damage on this moldy creature. Okay, and Felnin says to Aramis, "I'm helping! Anything else I can do? I can move towards you."
No, stay there with that guy.
Oh, okay, I'll stay here. He ends his turn there. Edric, we're back on you. I think you need to make another death save.
Let's go for a different die this time. Oh no, I got 3.
Oh boy.
You can fail.
Let's go.
I'm setting a new character in my future.
Oh my goodness. It's the next round, and all of you can notice in this round, the creature that's standing next to Felnin looks like it's fully healed. Whatever damage it's from the cane, no longer, you see no wounds on its body. And that creature is going to attack Felnin with a claw with a 13. Okay, 13's not enough. 13's not enough. Felon is not hit. Felon ducks with his little gnome body, pulls up his socks, and says, "No way!" And that's the end of the mold's turn. Next act, this moldy creature who has a direct shot at Bow Wow with a sling. Oh, a nat 2 is gonna miss. Bow Wow also dodges the shot. Ooh. That's the end of his turn. Aramis, you get another turn.
Well, there's nothing else I can do. That this time I do have to go next to Edric and give you one of my potions.
So you're gonna feed him a potion?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna use my turn to give him a healing potion.
Okay. That's your action is to give the healing potion.
Let me see. Potion of healing. That's the last one I have, by the way.
Okay.
Yay.
So let me see how much I moved. So if I can move. So I moved 15 feet. I have 30 feet. So I basically go back to where I was.
Okay. So Edric can take the healing immediately, right?
Yeah, because it's the potion.
The potion,
so I use the action to drink it, and he should wake up.
Yeah. So I think you rolled the healing for Edric.
Yes.
Okay.
It's 2d4 plus.
Yeah.
Oh, it should have. I thought because I was giving the option.
Yeah, I think the one giving because you're using the help to give the healing, you should be the one to roll the healing.
Yeah.
And
yeah. So it's 7.
7. Okay. So Edric, you are prone but alive.
Okay.
7 hit points, and you'll get an action when it's your turn. Aramis, you use the rest of your action to move back to your position. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so smart. Next to act is a thorny creature that's right next to Edric. He sees Edric alive with a melee attack. I know it's a disadvantage, right? Because Edric's prone. It's going to strike you, Edric. It's a disadvantage because you're prone. Let's see what he gets. 8 to hit.
Does not hit.
Bow Wow growls at this creature. Thinks he's doing something. But actually, he just missed. That's the end of his turn. Next to act is the thorny creature hiding behind the spinning disc. It's going to emerge and... Aramis, why is Aramis hiding like that? Alright, Aramis is going to try to hit you, Aramis. I know it's a disadvantage. It's a disadvantage, but let's do it. 9 to hit is not enough. It's going to go back, hiding behind that spinning disc. Next to act this round is Bow Wow. Bow Wow is going to use all his might to move forward 5 feet and bite at the feet of this creature that just hurt his friend Edric. With a 9, Bow Wow's little bites are not enough to take out this plant creature next to him.
Almost
But he
did.
tried so hard. He was such a good boy. It just didn't work. Felnin says, "Don't worry. Don't worry. I'll come and help you." And he starts running towards you, Edric, which grants the creature next to him an opportunity attack.
No.
Well,
Humans first! Humans over plants! Oh no. Opportunity attack hits for 5 points of slashing damage.
Oh no.
Felnin is still alive, but he's almost dead, everybody. You can see he's bleeding from where he was scratched earlier, and he barely has enough energy, but he makes it to all the way next to Edric. And he says to you, "Edric, I can help with moral support." At the end of his turn, Edric, it's now your turn to act.
I think if I remember correctly, I only get a bonus action because I was prone and also downed, right?
You can use some of your movement to stand.
you use half of your movement.
Yeah, half your movement.
Okay. Half my movement to stand. And then I feel like if my time playing Baldur's Gate has served me correctly, that I only get a bonus action, right, after being down, right?
No. I still give you the bonus action.
Okay. Well, I'll use a bonus action. Do I have a potion on me? I can't remember. Just close out my death saving throw.
I don't think you have.
I don't remember, honestly.
Alright.
Because I remember I had 2, but I gave you 1 with the last fight.
Alright, then I will just, I'm going to try to...
Shield the guy.
Yeah, I could shield the guy, and I could also... But I'm going to first do chill touch on the plant that's to the east of me again.
Okay. I tell you. Oh, that's definitely Parmesan. And I give you the nut 20.
Okay.
Awesome. You need to survive. You need to succeed.
We all need to survive. Good God. Alright, so I guess that hits. And then let me...
Yes, it does. And don't forget, both of you still have heroic inspiration today.
Oh, so true.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me do a d10. Okay, 7 points of damage. I hope
Edric,
it kills
tell
him.
us how you kill this plant creature.
It's 14. It's double.
Oh, that's right.
Is it double?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nat 20.
Okay, so true. So for 14 points of damage, I very shakily put my hand out after being back from almost the brink of death, and I placed my hand on the plant creature, and then you suddenly start to see the plant matter rotting away as I touch at him.
Wow. It works, and the body like freezes where you touch him, and you see the whole creature falls over. Make me a nature or perception check again, Edric, please.
All right. Love my perception checks. Hashtag my perception checks. +3. I always need to check multiple times. Let's see. Does a 18? What does an 18 get me?
An 18 tells you that cold damage will prevent this creature from regenerating, and it is now fully dead and not coming back.
Okay, I do have a question. So cold, is it cold damage or necrotic damage? Because chill touch is necrotic.
Take back what I said. You notice that you learned that necrotic damage kills this creature indefinitely, and it is not coming back. Thank you for telling me.
Good to know. Okay.
Bow Wow prances over the corpse of this plant body.
Do I have a bonus action?
Yes, I can give you a bonus action. Take it.
Alright, I'm going to hex, let's see. Aramis, do you think, south or west to me, not south or west, east or west to me, should I hex?
The one that is now going against the
West.
Okay, yeah, I'll hex the, dexterity of the, plant creature to the west of us.
Okay. Does it have to make a save? I forgot.
No, it's... I'm
Automatic.
pretty sure, let me go check. But I'm 90% sure, yes, it is just automatic. They cannot do anything about it.
This might be your last spell slot, I believe.
No, I get to recast Hex as a bonus action. So...
Wow!
I still have 2 spell slots left, actually.
Wow!
But I can't do any more Warlock stuff. I have to only do...
Alright. It works. The hex works. I believe that's the end of your turn.
Yep.
Going back to the top of the round, where this moldy creature that you just hexed has enough movement to get next to Felnin. It's going to scratch at Felnin. Let's see what happens.
Goodbye.
12 to hit is not enough. Felnin ducks from this creature. It swipes over his body like in those old Scooby-Doo movies, and it misses. It's going to end its turn there. Next to act is the mole that's in the southwest corner of the board. He's got a direct shot at Bow Wow, and will once again shoot at Bow Wow. Nat 1! The sling will miss. Bow Wow remains alive. Next to act is Aramis.
Okay, so I'm gonna try something very odd. I move next to the fire while I'm also taking out the crossbow. Can I let the bolt in the fire? So that's what I would like to do is move.
Yes,
to
the fire's currently lit. You can light a bolt.
Light a bolt and shoot at the guy, at the monster that is attacking the bolt.
Yes, you can. Oh yeah,
Okay.
I will count that as like an object interaction. Yeah, you can do it.
Yeah. Thank you.
So your bolt's on fire.
Let's see. Oh. 12.
This one next to Felman?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, 12 is not enough. So that fiery bolt flows through the air, and it like takes off some of the plant material, but you see it grow back immediately. You did not strike it.
Okay, and I go back to where I was.
Okay.
I'm gonna do this dance, trying to see if with fire I can hurt.
The last to act this round is this thorny creature, and it's this point when all of you notice that it's revealing itself from behind the spinning object. You notice that the spinning object has slowed down its speed. Okay, this creature can get a shot at Aramis. It's a disadvantage, but here we go with a sling. And oh no, a 9 is gonna miss. Gonna take the remainder of its action to hide behind that thing, that spinning disc. Next to act is Bow Wow. He's got nothing left to do but run around to the moldy thing next to Feldman and bite at the moldy creature. Arf, 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 arf. 16! 16 will hit! And we'll do 4 points of bite damage. Okay. Bow Wow leaves the interaction with like plant flesh somehow in its mouth that he promptly spits out. That's the end of Bow Wow's turn. Feldman now takes an action to strike with its cane and try to poke that plant creature. And Feldman got a nat 20. This is about to be double damage. And this plant creature goes down for a moment. However, Edric would because of Edric's knowledge about the kinds of things that are known to kill it, Edric would be concerned that there's a possibility it could regenerate somehow. But for the moment, it is down. Last to act this round, Edric.
Alright, I will move myself to. I'm going to move right near this. And I'm going to do Chill Touch again.
Okay.
And let's see.
It's prone.
See what it
So I don't know if you need.
Prone?
Yeah, it's currently prone because Feldman knocked it down with his cane.
Okay. Then I do disadvantage, right?
Is it a touch spell or is it an attack?
It's a touch spell.
With a touch spell, does that kind of disadvantage? I don't know.
I mean, you have advantage because he has disadvantage because it's more.
That's.
It's 5 feet.
That's
If
right.
you are a
That's right. That's right. Thank you.
You have advantage.
So I have advantage?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's right.
So I'll do 2? Okay.
That's right.
Alright, does a 21 hit?
It does, and you notice the way that its plant matter is taking the necrotic damage. You do not foresee it regenerating. This creature is dead.
Okay.
Edric.
Oh boy!
Edric, 2 for 2, Edric!
Ooh. Back from the dead and just killing.
Murder machine! Alright, top of the round. Only the two, there's one short plant guy left and one large plant guy left. So first to act is the short plant guy in the bottom right-hand corner. He has a direct shot on Feldman, actually. He's going to take that shot on Feldman. And that is going to be a 9 to hit. Will miss and move forward 5 feet to get the half cover behind the tree. Aramis, you are next to act. 2 enemies left on the board. And the spinning disc is still spinning.
I think I never checked. Can I do a check? Sorry, it's very late, but about the dish, Arcana or something else, because it's the one thing I haven't checked.
Let's say, yeah, Arcana sounds good. Let's do an Arcana check.
So first of all, to understand, so in other words, what I'm trying to understand is, should we have? 24.
Okay. You want to finish the thought? Should we have done what?
Yeah, because I was actually wondering if since it's getting hurt by the creature dying, I was actually wondering whether we should have attacked the dish in the first place. Meaning if it would have worked on the other way, but I'm trying to understand what it is in general.
With a 24, you have enough insight to understand that this is definitely related to the power or energy of these creatures, and it is totally possible that harming the dish first would have been a way to harm the other enemies.
Everybody else.
I will also say with the 24, let's say that you notice that the shape of this object looks to be like some sort of circular dinner tray. It's much larger than a typical dinner tray, and that it has like rust spots all in the center of it that it's spitting out with like a slight cloud of like dust spores or rust spores in the air. You're not sure what it means. You're not sure if it's poisonous, but that's what you see, and there could be something magical that has to do with it. But you're too far away to know for sure.
And then I'm gonna do an experiment. So what I'm gonna try to do now is go into the fire again, lay another bolt, and hit and shoot this time at the dish. I want to see if anything.
All right, go for it.
Not sure what is gonna happen, but worth trying. Oh no, it's an 8.
So an 8 misses, but you notice the way that the disc was spinning, it was doing half a revolution, and your bolt flew under, so it never touched the dish.
Okay.
The only thing that happens is a thorny creature behind you starts making noises.
Okay.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I did the movement. I lit the fire, the crossbow, and we go back.
Okay, thorny creature's got to come out and try to hit you, Aramis, with its sling. That's a 6 to hit. It's going to spend the rest of its movement going back 10 feet, hiding behind the spinning disc. Last to act this round... I'm sorry, not last. Next to act this round is Bow Wow. Bow Wow sees this moldy creature directly east from him. The only thing he can do is run forward 25 feet and bark at it. Let's see if it has any effect. Oh! You all notice that this plant creature seems afraid of Bow Wow.
Well done, Bow.
Next to act is Felnin. Felnin is also going to move forward 25 feet and lunge with his cane, but he can't touch the creature, so he's going to end his turn right there. And says, I'm sorry, guys, I can't get close enough. Edric?
Alright, I'm going to move 30 feet to right there. And then I'm going to recast Hex, because I can, as a bonus action.
Nice.
And Hex this guy's dexterity.
Ooh, okay.
And then I'm going to roll for, I'll roll a d20 to see if I hit with Chill Touch and the Hex damage.
Okay.
That's not going to hit, that's a 5. And
You want to take your heroic inspiration?
it's a 10. Actually, it would be a 10 because I have a +5 to hit for... You know what? Yeah, let me take my... if a 10 does not hit, I re-roll, right?
If you take your heroic inspiration, you will re-roll, and you have to take the re-roll.
Alright, I re-roll. Let's try a different die.
I keep forgetting that we have that.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, does a 24 hit?
Roll for damage.
Alright, let's see. I will roll first. 10. That is a 3, and then +6 of necrotic. They're both necrotic. Alright, 4 points of damage.
Total.
Could have been worse.
Oh, okay. It's still alive, Edric. It's still moving.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I could have done no damage like I originally
That's true. That's true.
I had my turn.
Okay.
And hope for the best.
We are continuing with another round. The creature that you just strike will try to retaliate by hitting you with its claws, but you've hexed it. Okay. And it's... Okay, so it got a 20 to hit.
Okay.
It's gonna do 5 points of slashing damage on you, Edric.
Okay. But it still does disadvantage, right? Even though it's a 20? Right? Or am I wrong?
Because of Hex?
Because of Hex, because I hexed his dexterity. Let me look at Hex real quick.
Is it only dexterity saves? I'm sorry, I should look at it too.
Disadvantage on ability checks made with the chosen ability.
So it's the attack is not a dexterity one.
Okay.
So you are going to take the damage, but it's not going to take any additional movement. It's going to end its turn there. Aramis, you are next to act. As it hits you, Edric, it's gonna do that funny dance that looks like jumping jacks.
Okay, so it's so worth it to keep any spells as spell slots. So what I do is I look at the disc and I'm gonna cast Magic Missile against the disc.
Ooh, okay.
And I'm gonna go with the first level just to double check. So I'm gonna do 3 missiles, all 3 against that stupid.
Wow. Okay.
120 feet, so it should be okay.
It should be okay. Yes.
So I do 5 plus 4 plus 2, so 11 points of damage if the plate gets damaged.
Okay, so all 3 of your missiles hit the center of this plate, and it begins to falter from its speed and slow down considerably, and it has fallen from the sky. It's almost touching the ground, so it's very close to the ground now and spinning very slowly. In addition, the creature that, because this is all happening simultaneously, Edric kind of thinks he killed the mold creature in front of him, and it will not regenerate.
Okay, so if I see, I don't see what happened to the creature, of course, but if I see that the blade got hurt, I do scream, "We have to hit the plate!"
El Piatto!
This young elf is very excited.
Felton is shouting, "El Piatto, no! The plate is worth money! Don't shoot the plate!"
The Piatto is disgusting. Let's go.
Oh, is the Piatto keeping them alive?
I fear so.
Okay, kill the plate, but collect the metal. I can sell it for scraps. Is that the end of your turn, Aramis?
I would stop, yeah.
Okay.
I'm still hiding, so I'm...
Yes, and there's only one enemy left on the board, which is the one... He no longer has half cover because the plate has slowed down considerably and it is now closer to the ground. It's the only thing left to act. It's actually going to take its action and disappear from the scene. A weird calm falls over the party as they look at how beat up they have gotten in the past minute or so, but everybody's alive, including Bow Wow, who's tending to everyone's wounds by kind of licking everyone and showing some affection. Very well fought battle.
We are very happy to survive.
Alright, it's going to be 385 to the both of you. 385 experience points.
Okay,
Yeah.
wait.
Okay. We're all alive. Bow Wow's alive. Felton is alive.
Hello back.
Hello. Everybody survived.
Apparently.
That was quite exciting.
Yes.
And scary. That's just a reminder that this is why you usually need somebody like a tank to stand there.
Oh, like that?
Yeah!
Yeah.
Oh, the two of you did it. Very impressive. Exciting. Alright, so, our party is dusting themselves off from this battle. Felton is hurt. He's actually very, very hurt. And he's doing those funny, like, jumping jacks to see if it has any impact. It does not. And he looks around at the two of you saying, What? He looks specifically at Aramis. You helped your friend. Can you help me? Do you have any more potions?
Oh, I'm sorry. So that was the last one. I didn't have one for myself. I think we have to. You would need to shelter and rest. But my attention goes directly, immediately towards the plate. Is it still sort of flying or whatever?
Yes, the plate is still hovering very close to the ground. Kind of like its speed has slowed down considerably.
I go there, like I stop in front of it.
Okay.
I'm going cautiously just to be sure that the other plant is not around.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's not, I will sit 10 feet from the plate and cast as a ritual detect magic.
Okay. As this is happening, Felton kind of explains a little bit to Edric. The plate, Il Piatto, I think it does something to us. I just don't understand it. Do you know what I mean? What's wrong with the plate? Is the plate in control? He's kind of looking at himself. You know, sometimes I get so itchy, I just want to take my clothes off to see if it will make me feel any better. Ever since the Strigoi came, all these weird happenings have been plaguing us here in Cremini.
Do you know why the Strigoi are out in the daytime?
You've seen the Strigoi in the daytime? This is the first I've heard of that.
Yeah, we saw them flying overhead on the way in.
Oh my goodness. Well, it's a good thing we have two very intelligent, brave souls who decided to join us here in Cremini.
Yeah. After Aramis is done seeing what's up with the plate, would you like to join us and rest?
He nods his head and says, I'm really hurt. I could use a rest. The inn is not far from here. The rooms are mostly accounted for because the Mayor Manzana, decided that to keep everybody safe in the village of Cremini, that everybody has to stay in the pub. So everybody in the village who's left alive is in the pub. I have a room, Manzana has a room, and I don't know if there will be room for you, but that's where all my stuff is. If I was there, I would be able to help more. I left my bow and arrows there.
Okay. How far away is the pub?
It's a 10-minute walk. With your cart, if you want to take your donkeys, we'll get there even faster.
Okay. Yeah. Let's just sit here and catch our breath for around 10 minutes, and Aramis will finish his ritual.
Okay. Aramis does discover from his ritual that this is a magic item of sorts, and that it seems to be related in some ways to the appearance of these plant animals. So yes, it's magical. Yes, it seems its magic has subsided or been subdued ever since you shot your magic missiles at it. So it doesn't seem as powerful or as magical as it did before, but you see the trace of magical power emanating from it. It still has some power, even though it's rotating very, very slowly. Could you do a religion check as well, actually, Aramis?
Yeah. Oh. 21.
Okay. On a 21, you have figured out that maybe this rotating dinner tray is some sort of spiritual or religious idol that is being used by these plant creatures. And the fact that they have been defeated or that it has been attacked has taken away some of their power.
But it's still floating, so it still has some power.
Yes. So you're a bit curious, like, what would happen if you shot it down completely?
Mm-hmm. I do call, before doing anything though, I do call Patrick to me. And if he comes, I will explain this.
Alright, let me move on over.
Okay.
Do you think we should destroy it?
Felman joins you. Bow Wow joins you as well.
I mean, you said it was like venerated by these plant creatures, right? And like they draw.
Yeah, and when I hit it with magic, I think something happened to the other creatures. So they might be connected. We know for sure that one of them is still alive, although it ran away. So, you here? Are you good with medicine?
Me? Felman? Deep Gem? No, I'm no good with medicine.
I was sure. No, I was talking about Edric. I was not putting my faith in.
Oh.
Something else.
I was trying to help. If I brought my bow, or if one of you was good at using a bow, I would have helped you by bringing you some arrows.
Yeah, but sure. Edric.
I'm not that great with medicine, but I'm not terrible at it either.
Okay. I'm saying just because I might do something that I should not do, but you know, knowledge you never know, and I.
Well,
Yes.
are you worried that you're going to maybe be out of commission?
I would like to try to touch this object. Yes. Let's see if there's anything that would happen. Well, listen, it's knowledge, right? And I touch the plate.
So the plate is spinning. Aramis reaches out to touch it.
I try to touch it first. If nothing happens, I try to grab it.
Nothing happens. try to grab it. Could you give me an athletics or acrobatics check?
I'm very good with acrobatics. Better with acrobatics.
Okay.
And a beautiful 9.
Edric, would you like to help in some way?
I cast guidance actually.
Oh, guidance. Okay.
Yes.
So okay.
That is let's see. Guidance is at 9 is actually a 11.
Ooh.
With an 11, Aramis, you're able to hold on to this object. And I would now like you to give me an additional strength check to see if you can slow it down, because it looks like it's still trying to move, but you're not getting hurt at all.
Okay, so I'm strength.
Yes.
Luck with that.
And add a d4 to it. Oh,
17.
should I add a d4 just for funsies?
Sure.
All right.
Or
You already have guidance cast on you, so. All right, so that's actually a 21.
With a 21, Aramis is able to get the spinning dinner tray to the ground, and it has now stopped spinning. So now you are getting a closer look at it. You can see with the material looks to be of some sort of dwarven material. Maybe it was once owned by a noble. The material looks to be silver in the middle and like gold plating around the perimeter or the rim. It looks like it was once beautiful, but it is now being used or venerated as an idol to a different species, a species that did not create this object. If it were cleaned up, maybe it would be worth a lot of money to somebody or to the market.
Can you tell me again? So how big it is?
Oh, so the actual dimensions now that it has come to the ground are, let's see, I would say about 2 feet wide and 1.5 feet deep. It's a rectangular dinner tray.
Okay. So it's still relatively big, though.
Yes, it's still relatively big.
Okay. But I don't feel any is it still doing any form of magic?
It's not doing any magic, but you still feel like it has some magical energy within it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I wanna study this a little bit longer, but maybe we should not do this here. Do we want to rest? Do we want to find a place to rest? How far is the town?
Felnin steps forward and says, I can help you study it. I know some history about Cremini that maybe will help explain where it came from.
That would be fantastic, but why don't we find a more safe place than in the woods where we've just been attacked by 6 creatures?
Felnin suggested us that we go back to the tavern in Cremini, so that's a very short distance away.
If that's the case, maybe we should go. We have to talk with the mayor, and that could help.
Yep.
Yeah, I just up to the bar we go.
Okay. Let's. I'm sure we're gonna find a fad over there with the cart. Let's keep going. Let's walk. The only thing I would like to do though before we leave the area, I would like to go to one of these skeletons and try to investigate them to try to understand if I see if it's a human. It seems too big for being humans.
Okay.
Can I do an investigation check?
Let's do a perception check first or nature check to be able to understand what kind of animal or creature had these bones, and then
okay. Perception or nature? Was it the same? I think. Yeah, let's go with nature. 17.
Aramis discovers that these bones look to be the bones of what was once a giant from somewhere far west of the province of the Seven Sisters. So Aramis might recall that during the battle, Felnin was scared of these bones and maybe had some sort of connection or recognition of these bones. So he's kind of standing in the road, motioning to guide the party towards the town, but based on his body position, you can tell he would be also willing to check out the bones with you and tell you more if you called him over.
I would definitely say. Sir, before we leave, who's this giant skeleton? What can you tell us about those?
Oh no. I think this is Grognor's. I think this is Grognor. Grognor died. Those moldy things got Grognor yesterday, and their spouse has been very upset, wondering what happened.
These are skeletons. Yesterday, these are skeletons.
Must have fell apart really fast for some reason. The birds around here, are a little crazy. They pick apart at corpses much faster than I would normally think.
That's a little too fast even for birds. Oh, okay. That's so many things that are going wrong around here. Plants following a plague god. Strigoi that act weird. Okay, we definitely have to talk with the mayor. Let's keep going.
Oh,
and let's call the dog with us.
Bow Wow follows obediently. I gotta reset the map.
Yep.
And tell you what you see next. So it's a very safe walk, only about 10 minutes away, to the center of this very small village, which Felon explains only numbers around 40 or 50 people. The village of Cremini is a very small village, and people here speak a dialect called Cremini. So on the way to the village, he says, "Well, everybody left in town is staying at the Enoki Doki. That's the name of our pub. But I'm worried that the Strigoi are keeping some of us alive, or are the Strigoi going to murder us? The only way to know is to find out at midnight, which is when the Strigoi typically appear. And I'm scared." And you can see he's shaking in his boots.
Do they attack the inn? The tavern?
No, they attack, and he points to the east of where the inn is. They attack in the farm where they grow the wheat and the fennel and the radishes and stuff. So all of you can now see the main inn of this town. It's called Enoki Doki. It's a small one-story stone building. And even from outside, you can see the chimney smoke, indicating there is at least one large fireplace inside. Feldman is kind of shrugging his shoulders. He looks scared to go back in, but you also see it's one of the only safe places. It's one of the only places he thinks is still safe in Cremini. Outside of the pub are a couple of empty tables that looks like they would be used in the summertime, but it's an autumn day. It's a little bit cold out, and so the tables outside are not really being used. But you can hear the voices of at least 6 or 7 people coming from the inside.
Shall we go?
Yeah, that sounds nice.
Let's also see if we can get a room, because I think the two of us are quite battered.
Yes.
Feldman says, I don't know if there will be a room for you. All the rooms are taken, but the biggest room maybe you can share. You just have to convince the couple that are left that you can stay, that they'll let you stay with them.
Oh. Okay. We're very good at figuring out places, and especially when it has to do with rooms.
Good at convincing.
Oh, okay. Great.
Is the mayor inside? Does he live there?
The mayor lives. Well, I mean, I guess if you call it living, we're all kind of stuck here inside the Enoki Doki. The mayor is here. Menzada is here. I saw her this morning before I decided to take my walk to see what was going on in the swampy area next to Cremini, but I will introduce you to folks, or maybe they will introduce themselves to you. Some of the people here speak Cremini. If you want to say Unfungo to everybody, they will think you're one of us, but even though we know you're not, you're from somewhere else, wherever you're from.
How do you say? What do you say?
Well, here when we greet each other, we say Unfungo. That's just what we do. I don't know why. It's the dialect.
Oh, okay, a mushroom. Okay.
Hey, voi parlate, Cremini? I'm so excited by this.
Un pochino. I'm just, a very knowledgeable elf.
Un poquito, what an elf!
Oh boy.
Adesso, okay, let's go. And he beckons you inside, and inside you can see there are about 7 or 8 people kind of chattering. They all look up to you, and it gets super quiet. And some of them are eating pastries that look like they're coming from one of the large tables set on the western side of the main floor of this pub, where you can see about 5 different circular tables. In the center of the room, you see what looks to be the town mayor, who is looking extremely paranoid when you enter. It's a woman about 5'6". She has striking almond-shaped eyes and a ton of makeup, concealing some of the deep worry lines she has in her forehead. This person is dressed very simply in a tunic, and she's also wearing her fall overcoat on top. And when you come in, she's muttering, using her arm to wave you away, and she's muttering to herself, fa freddo oggi, no. Strangers, loro non sono miei amici, why are they coming? Why are they here? So you can tell she's like muttering and kind of upset with the appearance of the party. Also in the room, on the western side of the room, near the pile of pastries, near the western wall, you see kind of a grizzled older man that has scars on his face, deep gashes, maybe from some battles or fight. He's got huge arms. It looks like somebody very muscular. His clothes look very old and overused, and nobody else is sitting around him. He's drinking, he's eating pastries. He looks to all of you and then looks back at his food. Directly south of where you are standing when you walk in is a giant who is crying into his drink. This giant is like almost 8 feet tall. He's the only one that raises his hand and says "un fungo" to all of you. He's got an enormous braided leather coat that hangs on his chair. He's got a goatee also that has like a rubber band kind of thing around it, as well as a thick beard. He's got pale gray-blue skin, huge muscular arms covered in tattoos, and he's crying into his drink. Directly north of where you are currently standing, you see a table with 6 chairs. 2 of them are being used by what looks to be a couple. There is a woman, tall, human-looking woman with blonde hair that looks like it's been recently done up. She's also wearing a ton of makeup. Her nails are very neatly filed and colored with small gems in her nails. She's wearing like a wedding outfit and gorgeous shoes. She is biting into an eclair, and from where you're standing, you can see kind of like a green cream inside the chocolate eclair. It actually looks delicious. Directly seated across from her, it looks to be her husband or groom. It's another dwarf. He's got like a despondent, sad look on his face. He's drinking a bottle of mead, and he's eating a huge piece of wedding cake. When you come in, he looks at you, starts to wave his arm, then he looks at his wife, and then doesn't greet you. Puts his arm away. When Felman enters with all of you, trailed by Bow Wow as well, he says un fungo to everybody, and a couple of people respond. He heads straight to the mayor and looks back at the party and says, come, meet the mayor of Cremini.
I definitely do a prestidigitation to clean my clothes, to look again presentable, and I follow it. and then look at the mayor and say, "Un fungo."
Edric sees Aramis clean his clothes and goes, "Oh, I guess I should do that." It does similarly, and then moves on over and says, "Un fungo." Agreed.
When the two of you do this, not only does the mayor turn to stop muttering, you can now see there was somebody hiding under the table directly south of the mayor. It's somebody that also looks extremely paranoid and scared. It's a tabaxi. I hope I'm saying that right. It's kind of like a cat humanoid person. They're also quite tall, about 6 feet tall, dressed in dark green robes. Underneath her robes is like a leather bra. She's also got a wool coat with a hood that she's wearing. She's definitely armed like some sort of fighter, as she's carrying a Morningstar mace. And she kind of like reveals herself. She was hiding under the table when you walked in. She does not greet you, and then she goes back to hiding under the table. And you can see underneath the table is a plate that's on the floor with a bowl of some sort of soup that she's eating underneath the table.
Are
Unfungo!
you the mayor?
The mayor steps forward. Unfungo, you're not from here, are you?
No, we're not.
No.
Okay.
We just traveled from Parents, and we're here to help the Strigoi.
We've been sent by Chef Wamsi.
Yeah.
Sent by Chef Wamsi to help with the Strigoi. Absolutely terrific. Well, bienvenuti. Welcome to Cremini. You can call me Manzana Masumela. Just don't call me Apple. My name is Manzana, and just Manzana is okay. I'm really sorry. Normally, I am leading this town very successfully and making it a bit of money for all the fennel and wheat that we sell. But unfortunately, she's looking around. Unfortunately, I believe the Strigoi are going to claim the lives of at least one of us tonight. So I've gathered the whole village to stay here inside the Enoki Doki pub because it's the only place that I think we are safe.
Okay, I think we need. We would like to offer, and I look at Edward. We would like to offer you our help, but we need much more than we know at the moment. So, could I count on some explanation? We want to know when they started, how it happened, and everything you can tell us.
Oh. The first thing that I noticed as the mayor of the town, and I'm very observant of the things that are happening in Cremini, the first thing that I noticed was that our wheat was getting stolen in the middle of the night, and some of our cows were being drained of their blood or milk. Like somebody was eating them or killing them in the middle of the night. And so our farmers got very afraid, and some of our people decided to leave in search of other work in other places. But I decided to stay. It's my job to protect this town, and you know, if you protect one town, you can protect the other towns around. One tree, many branches, and the branches can only stay alive if the center of the tree stays alive. I don't know. I'm trying to make up a metaphor. Anyway, so I noticed.
Leave the metaphor to those who have studied. Keep going, please.
Oh, I see a scholar of some kind here. Well, welcome. So I was afraid, and I've been afraid, and one by one, people kept leaving. Louise left, Colton left, Barbara left, Grognor left. They just disappeared, and their bodies, we did not see any evidence even that their bodies were left behind. It's like it is as if they disappeared in a vapor, and we could not find them the next morning. So maybe the legend of the Strigoi is real. Maybe it's true that somebody, and she looks around the room, very paranoid, maybe somebody in this room made a deal with the Strigoi to protect us, but the problem is it's not working. People are disappearing. So I don't know who it is. I don't know how many there are. the only thing that I know how to do as a mayor is to try to protect people, and Enoki Doki is the safest place in town. It's one of the only stone buildings in the whole village, and so that is why we are here.
Is this have you already spent a night here?
I've spent 4 nights here.
Okay, and people have disappeared anyway.
Yes, Luigi disappeared this morning.
Luis is alive. He's gone back to Perange. We know him.
Oh,
Yeah.
blessings on Pela, blessings on Lavandra. I'm so okay. So maybe people leave and they are still alive. Okay. Wonderful.
Yeah, some. Well, I think I'm looking. I clearly look towards the giant, and it seems very close. He would hear us talking. I assume.
I think so. I mean, you are the newcomers in this town. Nobody has met you before. People are very curious about what's going on, but they're very afraid of introducing themselves and inviting conversation.
Yeah, and I think at least for Eramus, we're definitely not trying to do anything secretly. So
Okay.
Eramus enjoys being at the center of attention. So okay. Can you help us understand a couple of things? So the Strigoi should protect the town. Are you saying that the Strigois are now the problem?
Yes, that's what I think is happening. Is that whoever made a deal to summon the Strigoi or become the Strigoi, now the Strigoi are causing the problems and they're not protecting us.
And the fact that we think we saw them in this morning is worrisome, I guess.
Very worrisome. And did you hear the music as well?
Yes. Very terrible taste.
Absolutely horrific music. My ears are bleeding every time. This is why I go to bed so early, so I don't have to hear them, because everybody else in the village says they come out after midnight. But I hate the sound of their music, and I am so afraid of them. I always go to bed early.
Are there other people in town besides the people that we see here?
She looks around and says, well, there's the cook, Helga, and she points to the entrance of the kitchen. So about 40 feet away from where you're standing is the entrance of the kitchen. And Calumny, and she points to the entrance to where all the rooms are. Calumny stays by herself. She doesn't really talk to anybody. You'd have to see if she's okay to accept visitors. Normally, no. That's the only people left in Cremini.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay, I don't want to speak, Edric. I don't want to speak for both of us, but I think we are here to help if there's some sort of compensation included, I guess.
Yeah, like any like healing items, just to make sure that we don't die in the process at the very least.
That would be very helpful.
Yes.
Some money that could help us. I mean, I'm definitely not imagining that a place like Cremini has wizards that could share spells, but you know.
What if instead of money we took back some of the wheat and fennel as payment?
That's actually a brilliant idea.
She nods at all of this and says, yes to all of this. Take as much fennel and wheat as you want. Some of it is already in bushels that we have not been able to transport because we're so afraid of the Strigoi. So there's a pileup of a lot of it. As town mayor, I also happen to be the town treasurer, so I have access to some magical items in the treasury that I can bring you, maybe a few, to help you protect yourselves or figure out who the Strigoi are and how many there are. And if you actually do a good job and save our village, I will be happy to give you more things from our village. And it's at this moment that you can see the other people on the main floor are nodding their head in approval of the things that Manzana is saying to the both of you. So you're sensing that they are supporting her, like giving some of the town money to you to help save them, and also as a reward.
That's fantastic. And can we also get some sort of safe conduct? If we have to investigate, we need to access people's houses, farms, barns, and whatnot. And definitely we would need a place where we can discuss all of this, like a room in this place.
Well, From my point of view as mayor, you have free access to everything in the village. There is only one room that is unoccupied at night, and that is the pantry that is attached to the kitchen. I think it can be arranged, but you should speak with Helga. She's making a soup, I think, right now in the kitchen.
Oh, Mayor, I do actually have a very special request, because if one of the people that are in this room, and we can exclude me and Edric, if one of us, has a pact with the Strigoi, I think the best option would be that everybody sleeps in this very room, so that everybody can check on everybody else. No dividing ourselves in other rooms. We need to be together. Somebody's gonna be up, and including the person that is by herself in the room.
Yes.
Everybody has to be together, and so the rooms, voila, are free.
At this moment, you can see how dark the circles are under her eyes and how red they are, even though it's fairly early in the afternoon. She says, "That's a great idea, but the issue I see is we are all so scared to try to convince everybody to even be here in the inn was a master stroke of genius, I have to say, as mayor. So to convince them again to stay awake until...
Oh, no, not necessarily everybody has to be awake. A couple of people can turn. We are elves. We need to sleep 4 hours. And so we can, and we need it because we are, we're very practical with the magical arts, and so we need to rest. I'm not saying that everybody has to stay awake. I'm just saying that everybody has to sleep in the same room.
She's scratching her head, and you can tell she's doing some sort of mental math, because you currently don't see everybody in the village. You only see who's currently in the room. Could you make a persuasion check, please?
Yeah.
Aramis? Oh, Edric?
Cast guidance.
Edric, cast guidance. Okay.
I'm casting guidance.
Yeah, it's a 10.
Okay, I was gonna say it's a 14 to pass. She says, this is a little more tricky than at first glance. The two most ordinary people in the village are Helga, our village cook, and Calumny, who's currently in a room by herself. She's the hardest to get to even step outside. She only comes outside to use the latrine, and there are some days she doesn't come outside at all.
Oh boy.
I can try talking to her and see if that helps anything. It doesn't hurt.
Please try. For anything for Cremini.
What time of the day is?
It's early afternoon. It's so I would say it's probably around 1 in the afternoon. It'd be a good time to eat something. There you can see there are cakes and pastries on the western wall that you can have a look at, and the town cook is making a soup in the kitchen. And you can smell and detect that the soup is being made.
I mean, I'm 100% sure that we do need a long rest. And so we would need, Edric, at least the 4 hours that we're going to take to sleep, so that if these creatures attack at night, we would need to be prepared for the night. And I don't know how you're doing, but my magical energies are very low at the moment.
I'm doing alright, so if you want to take like a good 4-hour nap is more than a nap, but if you want to take a 4-hour rest, I'm actually thinking that the long rest is 8 hours, whether or not.
Long rest is 8 hours.
Even if I sleep 4, I have to still rest. So it's... so why don't we do this? I'm gonna sleep in the pantry, if the Helga is allowing me to. I'm gonna take a rest, and you can talk with the other person, and maybe, I don't know, in the meantime do some light investigation.
Sounds good. Sleep well.
Okay, so I go in the kitchen. Basically, I knock at the door of the kitchen.
Okay.
Okay.
You hear a creaky old lady's voice coming from within the kitchen. Un fungo!
Un fungo, madam. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Aramis Amberthorn, and I'm here on a mission from sent by Chef Wanzi. I'm sure you've heard this fantastic name to help Cremini and your problems.
The name Chef Whamsy seems to soften the voice of this person who appears now within the doorway of the kitchen. This is a very old, white-haired dwarf who does seem a little bit paranoid, but she seems delighted that you seem to know who Whamsy is and is perhaps working with him. She has matted sideburns, sideburns on both sides of her face, and on occasion, when you're in conversation with her, it looks like she's lost in thought. Like you're starting to talk to her, and sometimes she's like looking away into the distance. When she opens the door, you are hit very positively with a very delicious aroma of some sort of French onion soup with a very large layer of cheese that is melting and bubbling on top of the cauldron in the fireplace.
Oh, is that camembert?
Gruyere.
Gruyere. Well, you have a fantastic taste, man. You're Chef Helga, am I correct?
Un fungo, Helga Gristle Strips.
Oh, we heard very good things about you. Ma'am, we are here on a mission to help the town. However, we do need a place where, to rest a little bit before we can fully help. And I heard that the pantry could be a good place for us to take a nap.
Only I sleep in pantry.
Do you mind if I hit the sack?
Are you hitting the sack now while I'm cooking lunch?
Yeah, so you can sleep later without problems.
Oh, so, like we take turns or something?
Absolutely. I just need a few hours. I'm an elf, as you know, and I don't need to sleep that much.
She seems... you don't have to roll. She seems convinced and says, anything for Cremini. And she steps out of the way so that you can enter the kitchen. It's at this moment you see there is a large table area with cutting implements, things that she's been preparing, like crushed garlic, mortar and pestle with black peppercorns that are being crushed. On the left side of the wall, you see also hanging on the wall, you see cloves of garlic, fresh fruit, wheat as well. Very interestingly, also on the wall, you see a locked cabinet that has a a see-through window, and you can see inside the cabinet are jars of different kinds with different kinds of ingredients, as well as some ingredients that look like cloth covering objects that are in bowls.
Okay.
She points to the corner of the room, which is a doorway that leads to the pantry, and says, Aramis Emberthorn, you can go there.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Go Birds! I'm wearing my Go Bird shirt today.
I'm actually just pointing at my eyes at the you said that the locked cabinet.
Yes.
And I'm saying to myself, I'm gonna check later the key one of the keys that I have, just in case.
Okay.
And I go there and I go meditating.
Okay. Meditation begins, leaving Edric to entertain himself with some of the townsfolk of Cremini.
Alright, let me first go to talking to that lady who's a bit of a shut-in.
Okay.
I can convince her to come out of her shell a little bit.
So as you make your way towards the hallway, Felman kind of pulls up his socks and says, if you need any help with calumny, call your guy Felman. But if not, I'll just disappear.
You can come with me. You feel free.
Oh, okay. So he joins you, actually.
Awesome.
And he actually walks to the front of the door where he says, this is where calumny stays. Do you want to knock?
I do want to knock, but first, I cast guidance on myself.
Okay.
As like a little preparation to like hype myself up. And then I knock on the door and go, Callum, are you there?
There's a bit of a pause, and in response, you hear a super heavy knock coming from within the room, as well as a deep male voice saying, "You don't belong here."
Okay.
Fellman is shaking his head. No, not right.
Not right? What do you mean not right? Because like, it's like, did I do something wrong, or is that not supposed to happen?
No. I don't think there's a man in there. This is Calumny Grey Goose, a young female wizard. I don't know what sounds you're hearing, but no, that's not Calumny. No, bad.
Okay. Does the door have a keyhole?
It does.
Can I peer through that and see what is going on in there?
Yeah, let me see if there's a check that you would need. Give me a perception check.
Perception check? Alright, and then I'll roll my d4.
Actually, before I ask you to do that, how stealthy are you being in this moment? Like, do you want the person in there to know that you are now trying, after you, like, announce yourself, are you now trying to indicate that you're trying to get in or something?
I guess I'm trying to be stealthy about looking inside the door.
Okay, so you don't want them to know.
Yes, I can roll stealth before I
roll stealth first, and then perception.
Alright, let's see. +4 to stealth. Ooh. Okay, so I got a 23.
Okay.
And then, let's see, rolling for perception next. Let's use a different die. Oh, that was before guidance, so
wow,
even better. Let's see, perception +3. I was checking. I don't know. Right. Let's see. That's a 7. We're gonna add the guidance to that for sure. Okay, 7 plus 4 plus 7. Okay, 14.
Okay, this is great. So you're gonna look inside the keyhole and see a young female wizard with straight or straightened red hair that goes down to her shoulders. She's wearing like royal blue robes, and she looks like she's writing in a spellbook or journal of some kind. She's dipping a quill into an inkwell and inscribing something onto paper. Every now and again, you can see that with her other hand, her left hand, she makes a motion towards the door that looks like some sort of cantrip to create sounds and noises of things that don't actually exist in the room.
Okay.
As she's writing, she's moving her head like a goose. Like her head is making a stabbing motion in the air, sort of. Like she seems to be really into the writing process.
Okay. I turn to what's his name?
Fellman,
yes. And I'm like, I think she's just messing around and casting a spell or some sort. Can you remind me of her name again so I can write it down and then have it?
The wizard in this room is Calumny Grey Goose. She's a transplant. She's not from Cremini originally, but she has done her best to find her way here. She tried to have some success at the university in Zedash studying wizardry, but she's here for now. I don't know how long.
Okay, thank you. And then I knock on the door again and go, Calumny, I know you're in there. I know you're just doing a spell. Can you please just give me a little bit of time of day?
Okay, with that, Edric, you hear like a book shutting and some shuffling, and this person comes to the door, and you can now see they're wearing these very fuzzy slippers, like blue slippers that match her dress, with these big white puffy balls attached to the front of her slippers. It looks like she has not left this room in maybe days. You look her up and down. You see that she's about 5'5". She has freckles on her pale face, and she waves her hand and says, "Onfungo, calumny. We haven't met before."
No, we have not. Hi, I'm Edric. I'm new in town. I'm here from Harwich. I'm here to hopefully solve the problem of the Strigoi attacking everyone.
She grabs you by the shoulders and says, "The only way to stay safe from the Strigoi is to hide." She's motioning to drag you into her room, followed by Feldman.
Okay, I follow her into her room.
Okay. So you and Feldman join her in her room. I'm going to open up the room on the map so you can see where she is.
Okay.
It's a very small room, but there's tons of writing implements on the small desk in the room. There's a really small bed next to the window in the rear of the room. It's a 15 by 15 foot wooden room. There's a nice little rug on the floor. You can see on the floor are used plates and dishes that have accumulated over, looks like a number of days. She kind of looks like a shut-in, is what you're picking up from the objects you see in the room.
Okay, I talked to her and be like, listen, me and my friend, we're both in town and we're trying to fix the problem of the Strigoi, but I don't think, hiding in the inn, yes, hiding in your room, I don't know about that. Like, we need to all be in the common room tonight so that way we can all ensure that no one in the inn is causing the problem of the Strigoi, because they attack at night, right?
She's moving her head like a goose. Like, at night, I could hear a baleful, haunting song in my dreams, but sometimes I think it's real, sometimes I think the music is real, sometimes I think the Strigoi are ghosts, sometimes I think they take our animals.
I've heard stories about them taking your animals, but like, wouldn't you want to like come and like eat amongst the living at least for a night, and then like hopefully no.
Eat amongst the living, eat amongst the rabble of Cremini? No way. The only way you'll get me out of this room is to get me 6 different pastries and a fresh bowl of soup. She turns around and says, "Be gone."
Okay, rude. But I'll be back hopefully with, you said 6 different pastries and a bowl of soup?
Feldman nods and says, "I can help you with that, Edric."
Alright. Writing down your order as we speak. What kind of soup? Any particular choice?
She says, "Just not the French onion soup that Helga's making. It's gross. Onions in a soup? Ugh."
Alright, well, we have difference in taste and opinion, but that's okay. I'll be back then, and I go to the kitchen.
Okay. Feldman follows you and says, "Any way I can help you, Edric? I'm here. I can tell you whatever you want to know or help you. I just want to save the village, just the same as you."
Yeah. I also want to save the village, but I'm lost in thought on how I can have you help. Do you have anything that you want to tell me about?
Well, just, do you trust this Calumny? Calumny is known for being one of the town weirdos, but then again, so am I. Sometimes I get so hot and itchy, I just want to get a new hat. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe I'm just lonely. I'm sorry. And he's like wiping tears from his face.
That's okay. I was known as the town weirdo in my town, so I completely. I don't maybe understand your weirdness, but I understand being a weirdo.
Do you believe in? Do you believe in life after love?
I don't love. That's a very interesting thing. And then I proceed to do a 15-minute ramble, at the very least, at least 15 minutes, about how like, yeah, I don't really know what love is, but like I'm trying to find it in my mid 200s, and like just going on and on about it until I go, oh, weren't we supposed to get the pastries and the soup?
Yeah. I want to help you too, and I want to help you too. It's just like one of the people who disappeared was my on again, off again, on again, and then definitely off again boyfriend Colton. He disappeared, and I think if we were able to figure out who the Strigoi are and save the village, maybe he would come back, or maybe I can have a new life, being known by Cremini as somebody who helped for real this time.
I'm sorry to hear about your boyfriend. That must be very difficult. I can only imagine. We're gonna do our best, and hopefully he'll come back.
Well, I can help you with the pastries. It looks like your dog is already nosing around in the pastries. And Felon walks over to the wall where the pastries are, and Bow Wow is munching on a half-discarded croissant that had fallen onto the floor.
I let him have the croissant, but then I'm like, down, boy, down. And then I'm assuming there are tongs to pierce through the pastries. Alright, I don't just rummage in with my bare hands. I'm at least learned enough to not do that.
So Edric sees a pretty interesting display of what looks to be like wedding reception leftovers. There are tongs, there are trays, there is a stack of plates that have not been used, and what really draws your eye is the huge pile of desserts. These were desserts that were created by Chef Whamsy and his team that were delivered here. I think you had some information that Bleat, who you had met recently, had been involved in the delivery of these pastries. So the pastries are very interesting, and they look fantastic. You see assorted cake pops, like cake pops with different sprinkles and flavorings. You see strawberry matcha glazed donuts, chocolate mole eclairs. So that's what you saw the blonde-haired woman eating earlier. Chocolate mole eclairs. The inside filling that's green is actually guacamole. You also see half of a 3-tiered coffee mocha wedding cake. And the reason why you see half is because many of the people in the pub have been eating this cake. So there are 4 different pastries that you see here. Not quite what Calumny asked for, but you're almost the whole way there in filling out her order.
All right, I take a cake pop, an eclair, a donut, and a piece of wedding cake. And I don't exactly want to stuff this into my pocket. And I don't exactly want to leave it out either. I go back to Calumny. To her door.
Knock on her door, okay.
Yes, I knock on her door. I'll be like, alright, here's 4 of the 7 things you asked for.
Mm-hmm.
I will be back with more. But just know I'm giving you this now, so that way it doesn't go to waste, and that nobody else takes it.
You hear a whisper from inside the room. Grazie. That means thank you.
You're welcome, and I just do I open the door and hand it to her, or do I just leave it there? Like, what does she want?
It seems like she's not opening the door until you depart, and then you can hear, as you step away, that she quickly opens the door and takes the plate of desserts, and then shuts the door.
Okay. Then I go back to the kitchen.
Okay.
And,
kitchen,
well,
okay.
I go back to, not the kitchen. I go back to the main room, and then I appear in the kitchen.
Okay, inside the kitchen you see the village cook, Helga Gristlestrips, is cutting up a big block of cheese to layer on to the French onion soup that is cooking in the cauldron.
Ooh. Helga, hi. Nice to meet you.
Oh, Unfungo, Helga Gristlestrips.
Nice to meet you. So we're having a bit of a peculiar problem with one of the patrons here. Maybe patrons is not a great word. One of the people who are just like chilling here, I guess.
Oh.
Do you happen to have 2 different pastries that are different to what is out in the common area, and also a different soup than the French onion? She's very, very picky, and I apologize.
Oh, well, Yes, I have one pastry already prepared. It's a chocolate walnut brownie. It's not as nice as Chef Whamsy, but at least I made it. You guys maybe eat nicer stuff, but this is what I can make. And I have recipes here if you would like to make something. But right now, I'm making the soup. If you want to make another soup, there's a pot. There's a recipe book. She points to the different objects. Go crazy.
Okay. I guess I flipped through the recipe book for pastry first.
Okay, you know what? Roll a D100 for me, Edric.
Ooh. Where did I put my box? Oh, but there it is. D100. Oh, hold up. Well, it did roll, so 89.
89. Okay. Lovely. Edric finds a recipe for a dessert called Fruity Thorns. Fruity Thorns.
Fruity Thorns.
Do you know what? I mean, you're probably familiar with like Skittles and like fruit snacks and things like that.
Oh yeah.
So imagine they're like the soft kind that you don't have to bite, that you like chew. The only thing that makes them look different is they have like little thorns that you create using tweezers, so it gets a little bit more texture, and you can shape them into the shape of whatever the fruit is for the gelatin that's in the recipe.
Yeah, those are pastries. Should I roll again to keep looking?
Sure, roll another D100.
75.
75 is luscious lemon tart.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Yeah.
I want to make that.
Yeah, you need local honey to make it. There's a way to roll the dough, and so it's giving you instructions on how to do that. The dough is infused with lard and butter, so it's very fatty. So the crust really adds a dimension of flavor to the tart.
Okay.
In addition, you see a number of pretty easy recipes to make other kinds of soup. There is a soup with beef in it, so like a beef soup. There's a soup with pork and cremini mushrooms, and there's also a soup that looks like it has a seafood element of some kind.
Ah, what's the seafood element? My interest is piqued.
As you're staring at this recipe, Helga walks over to you and says, "No! You guys are just gonna use this for your own people. This is a special recipe. How do I know you're that good of a cook?"
Well, you don't know that I'm that good of a cook, but I'm that good of a person that I'm not gonna just take all the food for myself.
She flips to another page of the cookbook and points at an image of a type of seafood and says to you, Edric, "What is this?" And it's a very unusually shaped object. I'm going to need you to make intelligence check, please.
Uh-oh. That's not my forte. Don't.
You want to give yourself advantage on this with or guidance, I mean?
I'll give myself guidance on this, because it's just a D20 plus guidance,
just to help
right?
yourself out.
Alright, let's go there. Oh, that's a 15 to start off with.
15's good.
18 total.
18 total is very good. So you're looking at an unusual drawing of a delicacy in the province of the Seven Sisters called gooey duck. It is a very ugly-looking clam that's actually delicious when sliced and served with olive oil and garlic and other herbs like this.
Ooh, okay.
So you do recognize what this is.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna be like, isn't that a gooey duck? Isn't that...
Whoa! Whoa! The brain on this one!
That's mostly luck, but you know.
Alright. So maybe you will be able to save this village after all. You have free reign of the kitchen, little one. Just don't touch my French onion soup.
Okay. And Edric does a little laugh because I think I don't know how old Helga is, but he's almost for certain older.
Yeah, you are definitely older than Helga.
Yeah, I guess I just spend the next few hours. Well, hold on. I need. But I think we would have butter and lard. Do we have local honey for
Yes.
All right.
You see, there is a bottle of honey in a locked cabinet above the area of the wall where there are fruits and herbs that are hanging there. So you can see into the cabinet. There's like a peep window that you can see inside, but you're gonna need some kind of key or a way to pick the lock.
Okay.
Or there's other ways to get in there, I guess.
It's glass, but I don't want to make a mess. And then I'm assuming is the gooey duck just like in like an ice box or some sort?
The gooey duck was a picture that you saw in the in the recipes. So if you wanted to make that soup, you'd have to ask Helga where the ingredients are for that.
All right. I guess I start preparation and I ask Helga beforehand, and I'm like, do you have gooey duck already that I could use, or no?
She shakes her head and says, "Listen, son, I've got carrots over there. I've got autumn squash over there. You can make a nice roast squash soup really fast.
Ooh.
And I've got cinnamon and cumin and herbs and things, salt, of course, salt and pepper. Go crazy.
Okay. So I pivot and I start making the autumn squash soup because that does sound good. And then I ask Helga about the cabinet that's locked.
Oh, honey. That cabinet's... My key was stolen early this morning. Oh, no. 2 days ago it was stolen.
Oh, okay. Well, I could... And you can't get in?
I can't get in. The town locksmith went to Parent, actually. Luigi, do you know him?
Oh, I do know him. Yeah, he's a good pal. I could try my hand at trying to open the cabinet for you.
A good pal? He's a bit of a thief.
Well, yeah, we all have our downsides.
Well, if you have a way to pick the lock, you can go crazy.
Alright, I do have a... Let's see, I did buy Thieves' Tools, and I do have proficiency in Thieves' Tools.
You want to make a... let's see. Proficiency check. Sorry. Thieves' Tools. I think it's dexterity.
Yeah, it's dexterity, and I think it's sleight of hand.
Yeah, I often do sleight of hand or dexterity. Let's do sleight of hand. Do a sleight of hand check for me. And go ahead and add your proficiency bonus.
All right, and I do a little hoping and praying. So I do guidance as well.
Guidance, yes.
That's going to be a thing for the rest of the campaign, I fear. Let's see. I don't do good. I got nat 1. There's nothing saving me.
You managed to break the lockpick from your thieves' tools, and it gets stuck in the keyhole of the cabinet. And Helga then looks at you and says, "Honey, I thought you were going to save us."
Well, okay. I have a question. Is there still... Could I by chance pour water into this lock? Is there... Okay.
Yep. In fact, you see like a very large bucket of water in the northwest corner of the room.
Alright. Let me check to make sure this works. Alright. And there are no creatures in the lock, right?
Not in the lock.
Alright, I pour water into the lock, and then I use shape water to freeze it and break the lock.
Okay, the lock comes apart.
Well, doubt. I should have tried that at first, but, I wanted to try my hand at, I'll do that again later. Maybe I'll buy another Thieves' Tool.
It's at this moment that you notice that Helga is ladling the French onion soup into a series of bowls to then deliver out to the patrons, or the villagers, in the main floor. So she now disappears.
Alright, I move into the kitchen. I just finished. I finish making the autumn squash soup, and then I finish I kind of start because I needed the honey for it. I start and then finish the luscious lemon tart.
Okay, give me a performance check for both of those recipes, please.
Alright. Alright, for the soup first. Let's see. Do I have performance? I have +3. You know what? And do I still have guidance or not?
You can give yourself guidance again. Yeah.
I'll give myself guidance again. I'm really hoping and praying for this whole thing. Let's see. That's a 3 + 3 plus 2 for a. Can I do math? 8 for the soup.
Okay.
Soup isn't that great. I'm fearing for my life now. And then for the luscious lemon tart, that is a 20 plus, because it's 17 plus 3 plus 4 for a 24.
Okay. So, as Edric predicted, the soup comes out a little lumpy and a little burnt, but it is a soup, and it is done. The luscious lemon tart, however, looks exquisite. So by breaking the lock, you were able to get access to the honey, as well as some other ingredients that I can tell you more about that were in the locked cabinet. And using your time, you were able to produce a very well-constructed lemon tart. You're fairly sure, if you would be able to somehow capture a memory of this, that it would impress Chef Whamsy.
Has it been around 8 hours of, like, everything, of, like, cooking and everything? I'm curious.
We can say... So, Aramis is doing a long rest?
Yes.
Okay. We can say it's 8 hours. So let's fast forward to the evening, where Aramis is waking up, and Edric has a delicious-looking lemon tart and a couple bowls of soup.
Yeah, I'm going to knock on the door to the pantry.
Okay.
If you're like, Aramis, yup?
Yeah, it's open.
Alright, alright.
So, have we discovered what's happening in town?
God, I wish we have. But unfortunately, I've spent the last 8 hours cooking for that wizard that has been a shut-in and refusing to come and sleep with us.
That's a wizard?
That's a wizard, yeah. Hopefully, maybe you two can bond over it. Who knows?
Ah, yeah. Oh, that's the person that was in the room. Oh, well, I understand.
Yeah.
Probably, she's been studying all the time. That would make sense. Matt, in the 4 hours that I was awake, besides studying, I would also have tried as a ritual identify on the plate.
Okay.
To check if identify, it would allow me, if it's a magical object, it would allow me to, if it's magical or not, of course, its properties and how to use them. How many charges, whatever I can find about the objects, basically.
Okay. So, the object is magical when used by the plant creatures. But to any other creature, they would not have the power to access the magic that's inside.
Okay. So I cannot control it.
Correct.
Yeah, it's big, so it's not easy to put. I'm gonna hide it actually in the pantry.
Oh, okay.
Let's put it here and let's get it back when we leave, so we can try to sell it.
Nice.
Okay, shall we go to? So, what's the situation? What time is it now?
So 8 hours, probably evening. It's dark out. It would probably be around 9 at night, so not far from midnight, somewhere around 9.
So, Edric, how do we want to do this? What are we going to do, actually? Let's try to figure it out.
Well, I was going to try to present the soup and the last pastry I made to... Wait a second, hold up. Did I not do... Oh, I forgot to make the chocolate walnut brownies.
Oh,
damn
so the brownies are already made. Helga made them already. There's a stack of brownies on a plate that you see in the kitchen.
Alright.
Okay. What are we trying to get from my esteemed colleague? This is what I'm trying to understand.
We're just from. Didn't you want everyone to sleep in the same room together, and like so that way we're able to make sure that nobody here is causing like the Strigoi problem?
Perfect. So let's try. We're trying to bring everybody together. Fantastic. Shall we go to? Well, I see that you found your new goal in life. I didn't know you were good at cooking.
I didn't really know either. I prayed a lot during this time. The soup left much to be desired, but the tart, however, was a miracle, save none.
I'd like a piece of it later, if you don't mind. I would definitely need some energies. Oh, Matt, I'm rolling the d20s.
Okay. Oh yeah, because of your long rest.
Yeah.
Okay.
A 4 and a 20 again.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Okay, I have a 4 and a 20. Okay, so that's the plan. Let's go to the wizard.
Alright. So I bring the 2 pastries and the soup, and I'm outside of Calumny's door.
Okay.
Passing by the main room, is everybody still there?
It's 9 at night, so everybody's still there, but people look like they are going to go to bed, including the mayor. But when you check out the mayor, it looks like she has a bag with some items to distribute.
So maybe we stop first.
Yeah.
Mayor
Right.
Manzana?
Yes, see?
So, have we agreed? Is most people going to sleep here? The people that are in this room, at least?
She's yawning a little bit. I mean, everybody but Calumny and the scared one under the table. She might stay here. She might not stay here.
She's scared that she's gonna leave?
I'm always scared that she's gonna leave and go somewhere, but she might just go outside because she needs to use the latrine.
Okay, that would be a good thing to do it in couples.
Yeah.
At least walking towards the latrines, so that nobody's ever just by themselves.
Oh.
I'm sure you thought of all of this as a mayor. You have.
I mean, I
created
normally
several-
come up with such brilliant ideas as mayor, but that's a new one. Good
Oh,
job.
fantastic!
Good job,
Yeah,
dude.
this is for free. But do I also see that you have something for us?
Yeah, she's carrying a bag and she says, "Oh, I'm gonna give you a couple of things to help you figure out who the Strigoi are. I gotta go to bed pretty soon, but I have the will of the village. We're gonna give you some more rewards if you figure it out and you take care of the situation." So she hands you this small bag, and inside are a few special magical items. One of them is called, so this is a homebrew item. It's called a Charm of Saving Graces. It's a ring that you wear on your finger, and when your character gets knocked unconscious, it gives you an automatic death save. It's called the Charm of Saving Graces. It's just a small wooden ring, and it disappears after you use it.
So
It
one
disintegrates. One single use. You also see something called a Filter of Pharmacy. It's a small potion with a jagged neck and a really thick blood red liquid inside. When a creature drinks this potion, they get a +2 to any healing spell or cantrip that they cast within the next hour.
Okay.
Okay, so that's also homebrew. I'll take that in the chat.
Okay. Thad is gonna be happy with this. I hope.
Yes. Last thing she gives you is something called an Arrow of Destination. I think this is homebrew, or I might have gotten this from Tasha, so I'm not sure. What an Arrow of Destination does is you shoot it, and as a bonus action, the character has the option to, like, it's like a, what is that called? That leaping stride? What is it called? I can't remember the name. It's like an early level spell that allows you to appear in a different location that you can see.
Oh, like Misty Steps.
What is it?
Is it Misty Steps?
Misty. It's like a Misty Step.
Oh, that's a Fabulous.
Yeah, and it's a one-time use.
Okay.
And the mayor explains that she has more. She just wants to see you complete the mission first.
Sure. Do you have anything for healing us? Since we don't have anybody with abilities to heal at the moment.
She points to it looks like the groom of the couple that's sitting behind her and says, "He might."
Oh, good to know. That's definitely something we have to investigate. Also, Edric, if I remember correctly from your friend, the bird, Bleed, I think it was his name, I think that must be Priscilla.
Oh, yes.
Do you remember that they was getting married and she was rude and she looks like it?
Yeah, you're so right. Well, I'm known to make an impression of some sort. Let me try to talk to them.
No, I didn't know you had a certain flair with this kind of women. But please,
I don't know about flair with any sort of women. But I certainly do make an impression of some sort, as I said.
Okay.
Fantastic.
All right. Let's first deliver to
Calumny?
Calumny. Okay, let's go to the window. I'm sure we have a lot to talk about.
Yes. All right. So I knock on the door. Yeah, we have your other 2 pastries and your soup.
She warily comes to the door, looks at the soup, looks at the tart, and says, "Okay, you've convinced me. If you want me to sleep in the main room, I will do it." And she munches on the tart and slurps the soup and says, "Good enough. Tart is better than what Helga can make. Soup, not so much, but at least it wasn't French onion. Yeah. Cheese, yeah."
I get mortally offended about the comment on cheese.
If you want to know more about cheese, talk to Helga. She knows what to do with that. Not me. I don't mess with cheese.
I was not introduced. I'm a fellow of our dear Edric, but unlike our dear friend, I am indeed a wizard as well. I gather you are a colleague in the study of the arts.
See. You're sort of Calumny Grey Goose. I'm not originally from here in Cremini. I studied at the university, but at least I can be safe here. You know, I live 2 lives. I tried to play both sides, and so Cremini is where I can be safe.
Are you from Zadash? You studied there.
I did.
Oh, I was there too. Well, were you recently?
Yes, I was. What department were you studying in?
Oh, divination, of course.
I'm more an abjuration girly myself.
Okay. It's not bad. I mean, he's still a scholar of some sort, so...
Still scholarly, yes.
Yeah, so why don't you join us in the rest of the room? I definitely would like to know more about your studies and your life there, and how you ended up in a place like this, and more importantly, why you're not fighting or studying the Strigoi.
I am deathly afraid of anything happening with the Strigoi. So far, every night that the Strigoi have come, I have stayed here in this room, and I've made it alive through the next day. So I was going to sleep in this room again, but Edric, your food has convinced me. Your friendliness in fetching the feast from the wall has convinced me to sleep in the main room if I must. Might be one of the only ways to identify who the Strigoi are.
Yeah. Let's study together how it goes, and we see if nothing happens at midnight or anything happens at midnight. And so we can deal with our demons. Well, hopefully metaphorically, but also not.
But if it wasn't a metaphor, who do you think the Strigoi are? I'm betting it's Helga.
Oh,
you know, the one who puts
Helga?
onions in the soup. I figure she's one of the Strigoi. What do you think?
I don't know many of people here, but it's also possible that the Strigoi does not know that he or she or they are a Strigoi.
Oh.
So,
Allora, wow. You might be right. I hadn't thought of
course
that.
not, right? But we are in the realm of just ideas for now. So we can check if our theories work, and we see if anybody gets picked up today. But if everybody stays in the same room, or most of us is going to be in the same room, we can exclude some of us.
Agreed. This is the only way to test out a hypothesis appropriately. You must have done well in your research methodology class.
Fantastically, I would say. But I will convince you that tyromancy is actually a fantastic path of studies, despite your position on cheese. But again, we can talk about that.
If we make it through the night, I would love a lesson on tyromancy.
Fantastic. And I would love to, I don't know, maybe that you could share a spell with me. I'm sure that your school has a lot to teach me.
As a reward, if you can save Cremini, I think I would be willing to do that.
Fantastic. Shall we go?
As you make your way back to the main floor with Calumny, who has agreed, has been persuaded by Edric's work to sleep on the main floor, you walk by this bride wearing her bridal gear, and she gives you a really hard stare, Edric. And as you walk by, she folds her arms as if to look very offended.
I smile at her and go, "Hi, I'm Edric. Nice to make your acquaintance."
She snorts back at you. Un fungo. And that's not a compliment. You look too fabulous in those boots. That's a problem. You can't outshine the bride in her wedding month.
Wedding month? You should be on a honeymoon, not here.
Why am I talking about such things with such lowlives? The only nice thing about you is your boots. I would take those boots if I could.
Okay, well, why not? Why don't we try and be nicer? Maybe I consider letting you have the boots. I don't know. I'm not real. Right now, there's a fat chance in hell that you're going to get the boots for me. But maybe if we tried having manners,
I mean,
maybe I could be persuaded.
Maybe if we understood attire and grooming, the groomsmen have to wear their hair with a part, the maids of honor have to wear their hair up. If you need a fashion consultant, you can find me in the morning because, my dear, you need to pray to Palor to learn how to dress. Your outfits have me in stitches.
Well, maybe I should take up some prayer then. I don't know.
Blah, blah, blah. Da, da, da. Unless you're handing me chocolates and telling me I'm beautiful, good night. Bye-bye.
Shouldn't that be your husband's job?
The man, who is clearly inebriated at this point, sitting across from her, leans over and says, she's right. Whatever she said, she's right.
Okay.
And he starts to doze off in the middle of his drink.
Turn to Aramis and I'm like, you have any ideas on how to deal with this lovely couple?
We don't need Priscilla. She's useless as she looks. But if that guy has some potions, we might need that. And he's drunk enough that we can convince him, either with words or with magic, perhaps, that he's better to assist us. I mean, we are actually, after all, helping them with these flying demons.
It's at this moment that you notice that this gentleman sitting across from Priscilla is kind of dozing off face first, lying down at the table, and his jacket pocket reveals itself, and it looks like Edric is closest. Edric, you can hear the clinking of a couple of vials on the inside of his jacket pocket.
The urge to be a thief is so great. But we're in such a crowded space.
Yes, Priscilla can see you, clearly.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
We're gonna end today's session on that note, as Edric and Aramis consider what those potions are and how to get them, while all these people are in the room. And yeah, that's I think where we're going to end today's session.
Oh, I have the spell suggestion.
No.
Ooh.
Let's go ahead and give you both an additional 200. Let's do 220 experience points for advancing the plot and talking to some more characters, getting some items as well.
Thank you.
Ooh.
Toby, how do we want to divide the objects? For that?
Oh,
I mean, there's only really one that we can use, which is the one of the. There's the ring that we can. It would be useful for either of us, but
you can have the ring.
Yeah.
And also feel free to have the arrow because I know you actually have a crossbow and I do not, and I would just be throwing the arrow like a javelin.
Do I keep the healing one, but then I'm gonna give it to Thad next? I think
Yes.
he's the only one. Well, the druid can do something, but
The druid can cast healing as well. I think they have
Can cast
healing word
something.
at least. Maybe cure wounds. I'm not sure.
yeah, and I think he has more levels of druid than you can. Oh, but anyway, one of the two is gonna get the other one.
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't have cure wounds. The druid.
He does not.
I don't see it.
No.
Only
So
healing
maybe-
word.
Okay, so that will make more sense. But
Yes.
I know that he's building the character in a strange way. Anyway, it means that we need to buy more potions, but it's better
Oh yes.
to give him that one to him. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So I'm gonna keep them here for now, but I'm gonna gonna give the filter to Thad.
Yep. All right.
I'm gonna write down that I got the 4 and the 20 in portent because they're very good.
Yeah, the 4 and the 20 are very good. Very useful. Yeah,
Fantastic.
yeah, fantastic.
Yeah.
I hope you had fun. And
We did, yes.
Yes,
yes, really good stuff. Really exciting stuff with the battle today in particular. So really, really great. I was so scared a couple times.
definitely. Me too. When I drew
Yeah.
it was a moment of oopsie.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh-oh.
And Fellman did not have any ranged weapons, so I'm like, what am I gonna do with this NPC? How can he help?
I clean my clothes. I guess I was something. I think the dog has been more useful.
The dog was been more useful. That bow wow. All right, y'all. Have a great rest of your evening and year, and I'll be seeing you. Ciao.
You as well.
Take
Bye.
care.